What's going on? Be easy in the building. First, dude, I get to say what's up to this morning. What's happening with you, Be Easy? Grand risings to you. Blessings on this beautiful Saturday. Looking forward to today's live at work, getting this OT. Need the time to pass quick. Well, we'll be out here, man. We'll be here while you working. It's all good, man, for sure. We'll make it pass. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this fight tonight, man. But I'm waiting for this fight this afternoon. This afternoon, right? Around 5 o'clock. I think it should be like 5 o'clock. Early evening. I'm looking forward to that, man. Brandon Tudor, what's going on, Brandon? Sorry, I got on here a little bit. Got here a little bit late this morning. Slept in a little bit, man. I'm in the house like all by myself. So I said, let me chill out, sleep in a little bit. Start around 8:30. Today we usually do the panels. And most of the guys on the panels don't come around till like 9 o'clock. So I figured, let me just start it off a little bit earlier, man. Wait for some cats to get in. Sorry, I put in just so you know, people will be getting their notifications a little bit late because I actually put it up on YouTube late. So that's a lie. Sometimes people don't get the notifications until a little bit later, man. Jeff Campbell in the building. What's going on, Gilbert? Good morning. What's going on, Gilbert? Said Vince Wright said the AJ card starts at 1. At 1 in the afternoon. They must have a really long card, man. They must have a really long card, 4-hour long card or something. Because I saw people were doing like their watch parties. Even though I think I'm gonna try to stay on today, man. I think I may try to stay on, man. May try to find cats to talk boxing with me all day, man. Just have like a marathon situation. I haven't done a marathon boxing conversation in a very, very long time. Tony T said that Charlo's situation messy. Shorty's gonna end up back with him. Hey, yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with that, man. I just listened to what she was saying. Sounds like a lot of she's just flipping out. Seems like she's kind of flipping out. She's a wild chick, though, man. He said it starts 11 a.m. for Chicago, 2.5 hours. It starts 11 a.m. The card does at 11 a.m. We'll see. Hold on, man. It's on the zone, right? Hold on. It's on the zone, right? So we'll see. When does the card start? Let's see. It doesn't say. Oh, it starts at it starts at 12. The card starts at 12. Unless they're talking about 12 Eastern. But it's 12, yeah. 5 a.m. 5 p.m. Eastern. It should be on okay, that makes more sense. Something like that, man. But yeah, man. I wonder who else they have on the card. Hope they have a good card. Tony T, seems like one of those call the police on her before she calls them on me type situations. Oh, yeah, very smart move. Very smart move. Like, I need a restraining order on her, man, because she's going to try to start a fight with me. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Like, she's going to try to slap him or something like that, and he ain't trying to get in no more trouble. She flew out on him about the money and all of that stuff, man. He'll be all right. He just need to get a fight. Canelo need to stop ducking him. That's what I thought. When she started saying all that stuff, the only thing I thought was that's why Canelo is a bitch. Excuse my language, but that's why I think Canelo Alvarez is such a bitch. Dog, this guy Ben deserved that fight, man. You freezing out the whole way. You taking all the money, all the big money over there to Europe, man. You ain't looking for Loma. Loma's looking for you, dog. Let me tell you something, Starborn. You ain't gonna like that, man. I ain't gonna tell you, bro. I'm telling you, man. Get my Cash App yesterday, OG. Hold on, double zeros. Oh, yeah, I did. I ain't even gotta look. Yeah, for sure I did. Absolutely, I did. No need to even look. Yes, sir, Bob. I saw that. Hold on 1 second. Double zeros. Yeah. I don't know why you don't have it, though. Let me go to your channel. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to your channel real quick. Just make sure, I can't fuck with you, bro. Sorry. You're kind of me, homie. Can't fuck with you. You made your channel yesterday, bro. You made your channel yesterday, dog. Nice try, though. Nice try, homie. Nice try. Sorry, double zeros. You made a channel yesterday. I ain't giving nobody a wrench that made a channel yesterday. Sorry. Let me check your Cash App again. Let me check what you said in your Cash App. You got a new phone? Nah, dog. That ain't a new phone, brother. That's a new email account. That is a new email account, bro. You can get a new phone. You don't need a new email account. That's a new Gmail account, bro. That's a new Gmail account. You can get a new phone. You wouldn't need. I've got a new phone. That it doesn't affect that like that. That doesn't affect it like that, man. Nice try though. I asked Terry. I understand he has a wrench. I understand the double zeros has a wrench. What I'm saying is you just made that account yesterday. And you have to have a new Gmail, bro. You have to have a new Gmail. Gmail is not associated with your phone. Gmail or your email is associated with email, not with your phone. So I don't know what that is, bro. I have to hold up. You got to hold up on that rich, homie. I don't believe you, bro. I'm just gonna tell you. I don't believe you. Nice try though. Nice try though. Hey man, these boys need to grow up. Yeah, pretty much, bro. He said, nah, the real double zeros has a wrench. This is yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he's trying the same thing he tried before, where he would say, oh, it's my phone. No, it's not your phone. You literally made that email account yesterday. Okay. So no, sorry about that, bro. TMT said, who do you have, Bud or the Truth? I'm gonna tell you, man, I got Errol. And I was watching Errol last night. I had a really good time watching boxing last night. I got to tell you, I really did. Loma don't want to fight Devin Haney yet, man. Let me tell you, Robert Davis. Lomachenko is not worried about Devin Haney, man. I'm a 100% believer in that. He's not worried about Devin Haney. He wants to fight Devin Haney. Otherwise, why would he come back? He says he's coming for undisputed. Nobody thinks that George Kambosos is about to beat him. I think he wants him. He said he wanted him. He said, he went straight to his text. He was on his email. He was on his Twitter account, said he wanted him. Lomachenko wants him. Ja in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling today, man? Much love. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you for that support, Ja. Thank you, man. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. I took the rest of it. Took half a day off yesterday, man. So thank you for that support. Are you going live for the Usyk AJ? Probably, man. Probably. I probably am. Probably am. It's in the afternoon, so I can do it. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm about to put some probably, after this, maybe take a little bit of time. Depends on what's going on with the panel and how long y'all cooking on the panel. Marloss, he said, I'm running late today. Good. Yeah. I started late, man. Brandon Tudor just checking again. Man, those fights are gonna suck though. Just checking in. Starts at 12, 5 p.m. for BST, which is across the sea. It will be a very long card. I believe 8 or 9 fights. Main ring walk is around 5:15 Eastern Standard Time. Going to be nearly 6 hours. Yeah, that is a long time, bro. That is a long time. Devin is not worried about Loma, but is not worried about Loma. Been ducking Devin Haney for years. We're going to see. Man, I'm trying to tell you, y'all going to have a hard time with that fight now. Don't set yourself. I'm just trying to tell you, y'all better get to a more neutral stance. I highly suggest that you get your mind set on a much more neutral situation. Because that dude right there can really fight, man. That is not some bullshit dude, man. What do you call it? what's the word, man? It's not abhorred, obviously, man. Anyway, I appeal to you. Please, please do not act like Lomachenko is scared of him. He's not scared of him, man. That's not fear you see. I know I know that all of that stuff works for Devin. I know that works for Devin Haney's marketing campaign and all of that. But dog, that dude ain't scared of him, man. Gervonta Davis is not scared of is not scared of him. They're not scared, man. It's not a scary situation. You know what I mean? Like, people were not scared of Paulie Malignaggi. People weren't scared of the guy. You know? What's to be scared of? He's not going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are not going to go in there with Devin Haney and get hurt. So what would they be scared of? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? DC Dre in the building. Thank you, brother. He says, showing support, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, man. It's needed and it's appreciated, man. No joke. No joke, bro. No joke, man. Yeah, man. It's that they scared. He said they scared he's going to jab the whole night and win on points. Yeah, if you mean that. But, dude, they're not. It's not a scary situation, bro. I mean, there are fighters that people are scared of. You know, like people were scared of Mike Tyson. I do believe that. They were scared of Sonny Liston. There are people got in there scared with George Foreman. People are not scared of Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say that in a very complimentary manner. People were not scared of Pernell Whitaker. It's not a scary situation. But that's okay. So that's why he's a champion, because he didn't want to fight Devin. That's not true, Robert Davis. I'm not going to retort your position, but that's not true. It's not true. The world does not revolve around Devin. I guess that's the best way that I can say it. The narcissistic nature of Devin Haney fans blow me away. The world does not revolve around Devin. Those guys are not making, I do not believe Lomachenko was making his decisions around Devin Haney. I don't believe that. He's making his decisions around himself. And he was trying to become the undisputed champion. And the way you become the undisputed champion is you fight for the IBF belt, which was what he did. He fought for the WBC belt. He got that belt. And in the very next belt, the next fight he had, he went for the IBF. That's what he did. He was going for undisputed. And if he had not done that, Devin wouldn't be undisputed. Really. But for Lomachenko going to fight Teofimo Lopez, Devin wouldn't be undisputed. Because even if he fought Lomachenko, say Lomachenko fought Devin, number one, there ain't no guarantee Devin was going to win that fight. I maintain there is no guarantee that Devin's going to win that fight. Second, if he did win the fight, he was not going to get a fight he wasn't going to get a fight with Teofimo Lopez. So he would still have to fight Teofimo Lopez. And how you know Teofimo Lopez is going to fight him? Right? I understand that, man. Man, stop that. Robert, you say that one more time, you're going to go on silence on me. You're going to get on shush mode. I think your fan base, I think that fan base is narcissistic. I think everything revolves around him. And everything that you see happening has something to do with him. And that's really just not the case. He fights in a ballroom. He's not a very exciting fighter. And he's a good fighter, very good fighter, a difficult fighter, but there are other fights to be made. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think everything revolves around Devin Haney. However, at this point in time, it does, with the exception of Tyson, with the exception of Gervonta Davis. Double zeros. Look, double zeros. I can check that out. But double zeros does not support all the time. No. But I do recall there was another point in time where you tried the same thing. But I mean, no, I'm not going to do that, homie. Well, let me look. Let me see. Let me see double zeros. Yeah, you did 3 times, bro. Yeah, you did that. You definitely did support under that before. All right. Okay. In July, you did. Last month. Before that was created. Hmm. Give me a second to think about it, bro. Because I don't want that. That clown does a whole lot of that. He said that's not double zeros. Yeah, I understand. I know it was created. It was created yesterday. It wasn't created today. It was created yesterday. Um. Uh. He wants Loma. Hey, man. Hey, I sense an imposter. He might be supporting, but that's not the same double zero. Something doesn't seem right. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna hold off double zero. Just you're all right, man. Just hold on for a minute, man. Sorry. If it is you, you're just being a victim right now of trolls. So we got to hold off, man, because cats be acting complete and utter fools, bro. So and yeah, but you all right, double zero for the moment. Uh anyway, it doesn't matter. We still support you. I appreciate that, bro. I mean, Robert Davis. Anyway, yeah. But see, look, man, it's just what it is. I don't want to talk about that today. I don't want to get hijacked on that subject. I don't want to get hijacked on that subject, bro. No joke. So hey man, thank you so much for that support. Hold on one second in the Cash App. Uh my man Joshua, Mr. Riley in the building said for Josh Riley, enjoying another great show. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, man. It means a ton, man. It really does. That's what keeps the channel going, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Oh yeah, just enjoying another great show. Want to make sure I did that. Tony T, yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Is that you, Tony T? In the meantime, smash that like button. This type of support is free support. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. We got 325 in the building. We got 91 likes. Let's get them likes up, man. Ra Ward said, I got Usyk and Usman winning. Who y'all got? I got Usyk winning, and I don't pay any attention to UFC. So I would not know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea, man. Because I mean, Usman, I'll root for Usman, but I don't watch any UFC, man. Any UFC. I can't afford UFC. Everything they do is a pay-per-view. Like everything they do is a pay-per-view. Their pay-per-view is consistent, bro. Very consistent. Julius in the bill. Hey, man, the Jones Consulting, bro. I'll be on today supporting Lord Haney. Hey, man, come on, support Lord Haney. Much love in that super chat and big time with Melvin Jones, bro. Thank you, brother. Says salute for now. Big up to the chat. I like Haney, but his fan base is almost cult like. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, very well organized and very consistent in their message. Very well organized and very consistent in their message. Persistent in their message too. You know what I mean? Monday Effort said I became a YouTube member. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you, man. We look, dude, just for the YouTube members, so y'all know. We got something coming up with this. I'm gonna tell y'all probably at the end of the month. About the said we're paid. Nah. You're not paid by Bill Haney. Hell no. Not all of y'all. That's only a couple. They only need a couple. You only need a couple. And dog, don't tell me y'all, and don't tell me some of them ain't. Don't ever. I'm gonna warn y'all. Do not ever claim that y'all not, that they're not. Okay? Don't force my hand on that one. All right. Do not I'm telling you right now, of all the people, you better never challenge me on that one on is me. Because dog, I hold stuff, dog. I hold stuff. Hey man, I ain't the only one that keeps all my notes, keeps all my conversations, that records conversations. I'm not the only. Y'all ain't the only ones. Just so you know, Just so you know. So please, now I ain't proving shit. You gonna take me at my word, homie, on that. Unless somebody want to get all crazy. We're not paying no one. Yeah, y'all. You ain't paying nobody, Starborn. Hey, you may not be paying nobody, but man, please. Anyway, keep up. Hey, man. Hey, B Brockman 75, bro. Say, keep up the great work, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Now, look, man. I want to do something real quick, man, while we waiting. Supporting these channels, not paying. No. I'm talking about straight up paid. Paid. Cash. Probably cash to boot. I don't know about the method. Dog, the actuality, bro, please. Mike Kirk said, for now, can you think of a more overhyped fighter than Haney where the hype doesn't match what I see? More overhyped fighter is probably Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is more overhyped than Haney. For sure. Because Haney can fight. And he's, he looks like he could, but and he doesn't have as much hype as Ryan Garcia does. Like, truth be told, Devin Haney doesn't have a lot of hype. Just truth be told. He doesn't have a lot of hype. He has a very loud YouTube following. But other than that, he doesn't really have a lot of hype. And that's why really I'm okay with the YouTube hype. I just will tell you to stay away from me. But I understand the necessity of it. And I understand why it has to be that way for him. Because he really wouldn't have any hype outside of that. ESPN doesn't hype him, really. The mainstream media doesn't hype him. Nobody really hypes him, except for YouTube channels. They hype him. And they do an excellent job of hyping him to that very important fan base, which is one of the biggest fan bases in boxing. So without a doubt, man, they definitely sowed a seed for him. And it's a very good thing to do. And I'm glad that they did it. No doubt. I mean, that's why for so long I didn't even want to joke about Devin. I'll be like, I just would be like, okay, I'm calling it down the middle, really. I'm tell you what I think about him and be, complimentary all the time. Kind of like Terence Crawford. I'm complimentary of Terence Crawford all the time. I'm just not a fanboy. So the fanboys think I'm always hating on him because I say there's somebody that can beat him. Because I think there is somebody that can beat him. You know what I mean? So it's just what it is. But I don't think he's that hyped. Long and short of it is I don't think he's that hyped. I think that there's a lot of repetition of, in social media about it. But outside of that, that's why he's selling 2,600 tickets and having $190,000 gates. If he was more hyped, dog, he'd be like Ryan Garcia. And he'd have 13,000, 11,000, 12,000, whatever it was in an arena. And then the people that were hating on him would say, well, the ticket was $26. Well, god dang, how much were the $2,600 tickets, the 2,600 that were sold for Devin? Jeez, how much did they charge for those? Maybe they should have charged a little less. You know what I mean? Only the funk in the building said, I hate domestic disputes in public. Hope Charlo gets his straight with his wife and family. I feel Usyk will win, but Joshua put up a better fight. Hey, man, I think Joshua may get his ass knocked out. I'm going to keep it a buck. I think that there's a good chance for his ass getting beat up and snoozed. I think there's a good chance of that. I think Usyk may step up the gas on him a little bit, man. I think he needs a very, very clean, big shot to knock out Usyk. And I don't know if that's gonna work with Usyk. Dude, Usyk's a big boy, man. He's a big boy. He ain't the tallest cat in the world, but he's a big boy, man. So I don't know, man. And he beat him he really did beat him easy, bro. What's going on, Asante L? What's going on, Asante L? Cash pass under the table like a Nigerian politician. Look, man. I mean, you can just see it, man. It's just like I said, man. It's for a good cause. And everybody's doing it, man. Everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? It's hard to do it this way. Just so to let you know, it's hard to do it this way. Really, really hard to do it this way. This way. It's very hard, man. Very, very hard. So it works. It helps channels keep going. You know what I mean? It keeps them keep going. It makes it, it makes it worth their while. So that's good. I mean, I don't have any problem with that. It you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. Domestic dispute. Yeah. I don't like all that stuff either, man. I just hope he fights. When she said he's never going to fight again, I was like, you're just hating. Why would you ever say that you don't hate, that you hate? Just do boxing. What's good? He said truth, Fanon. Yeah, absolutely, bro. It keeps channels going. It's hard to have a YouTube channel where you don't have outside support from anybody. Very tough. Very tough. You know what I mean? If you're not already, yeah. I mean, I see this one guy trying to do it. Man, I listened to his show and I was like, man, brother, you do not get it, man. Like, you don't get it. That shit never works, bro. Starborn 007, you a beast at this boxing talk, dog. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. I'm very fortunate. But it ain't easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy as you make it look, but it's worth it. Yeah, exactly. It ain't easy. But, it just takes consistency. But on the real, I'd be trying to I'm not going to tell dudes nothing. But I will tell you this, brother. I listened to this show last night, and I was like, man, y'all do not get it. You do not get it. Like, dude, don't nobody care. Look, let me tell you, man, how can you not talk about him? Easy. I'm going to move it forward. Easy. I'll tell you how I cannot talk about him. Yes, but never brings the GOAT Charlie Z up, though. Oh, why would I ever talk about Charlie Z? Yeah. Edward Berlanga isn't even that hyped, man. I don't ever, man. Edward Berlanga, they were trying to push him, but, then he went the distance a couple times. He's going to have to do something, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to do something, man. Boots hungry and he ready to he ready to eat. Yeah, man, that's my guy right there, though. I ain't gonna lie, dog. That dude right there. I'm not talking about any particular show, bro. Trust me, just a fan. I'm not talking about any particular show. All I will tell you is this. Believe this. It is never any good to look at what people that are doing and dog, I'll just stop it, man. I'm not even gonna give I'm not giving anybody nothing. Y'all can keep swimming in that dumb shit if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can keep swimming in that dumb shit if you want to. I ain't gonna let you, hey, whatever, man. Hey, Fanon, just showing a little support. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Much love, Patrick Bell. Thank you for that support, bro. It means a lot, man. All I'm saying is this, man. I'll tell you this much. Dog, people got to like you. People have to like you. And sometimes you got to talk about stuff that people want to talk about and not what you want to talk about. You want to talk about other shit. That doesn't mean people want to hear about other shit. What you find important is not necessarily what other people find important. And in my opinion, if you want to be good at any business, you trying to sell what you want to sell may not work. But you selling what people want to buy works. Shocking. Try talking about what people want to talk about. Anyway, man. Facts, you can't make exceptions. I'm always learning. Hey, man, I'm just telling you, man. Just keep it going, man. Anyway, but nobody, cats ain't getting a lot of time out of me. I'm trying to make it. Believe that shit. Excuse my language. I'm trying to make it. I ain't made it. I'm trying to, homie. I'm trying to. No joke. Anyway, man. Why Charlo wife out here tripping? I don't know, man. That man got caught dipping off or something. That man may have got caught dipping off or something. Who knows why she's flipping, man? Whatever the case is, he got that restraining order because he's like, look, man, I ain't catching no more cases. I ain't catching no more cases. That was a smart move, man. Shawnee said, you dropping this gym before they still ain't learning yet? Hey, man, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's on you, though. That's not my job. Y'all sit there and keep doing that shit. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. Seriously. I'm being very, very blunt now. No. I've done my fair share of helping other people, and that shit always came back to bite me. So y'all do you. He said, "Oh, just say you one of the only content creators that responded to my DM on IG. I appreciate you, OG. Trust me, much respect. Oh, man, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'll definitely respond on IG. I'll respond to you for sure. Dog, I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, man. I really, really do, man. We up here Saturday morning. We got 400 people in the morning, man. Star Wars said that interview with you and Bill was legendary. Oh, man, yeah, that was fun, man. That was fun, bro. I wish they wouldn't have sent him, though. I don't understand why they did that, though. Starborn, I didn't like that. It's legendary to you. To me, I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy that at all. Not at all, homie. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that, man. That's why I'm not doing it. I have fun with y'all, but I didn't really like that, man. Does Dice Box Graves? Does Boots beat Ortiz Jr. and why? Yeah, he beats Ortiz Jr. And why? Because he's a better fighter. Because he's a better fighter, bro. He's a better fighter. He's a better fighter. He's going to jab. First of all, he can jab him to death and just win on the cards if he wants to. Straight up and down, jab him to death and win on the cards. If he wants to, easy. He'll jab, move for 12 rounds and get him out of here. Goodbye. Sit down, see you later, give me the money. Next type of move. You know what I mean? If he wants to if he really wants to start punishing him, then Virgil Ortiz has a better chance of winning that fight. But if he just wants to fight him from the outside and just score all day, occasionally step up a little bit, load up on, hit him with a little this, that, hit him with a little that, I absolutely, positively think he'll beat him. DH said, this is hands down the best channel, no lie. Can't wait to come to Dallas just to top it up for 9. Hey, I'm in Austin. Just so you know, I'm not in Dallas. I'm in Austin. I'm down in the state capital, man. I'm a little further south than Dallas. I never wanted to live in Dallas. No offense to the Dallas people, but I never really was big. I'm not really big on Dallas, bro. Not big on Dallas. Bud and Haney got those zeros and ain't afraid. That's what you say, Starborn. That's what you say. Bud and Haney got those zeros and ain't afraid to let him go. That's what you say. They still ain't fought nobody. They ain't fought nobody close to being able to take it. So that's what they say. I'm still waiting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting, man. Still waiting. Hey, Courtney, yes, when John Bowie or Terry Schmoot do it. Man, please. I don't know whether he's afraid to or not. I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see when the situation applies. We'll see. He ain't in the situation where he got a choice. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. That's my take on it. It's all easy to say that when you're a prospect, trying to prove yourself that you're not afraid of losing it. But then what happens? You get to be a champion and you got different things to choose from. And then all of a sudden, hey, man, you're like, man, maybe I'll take this guy and not that guy. I don't think some of these guys are not in the position to say what they will and will not do because they have no choice. The only people that really have a choice is Errol Spence Jr., Gervonta Davis, Canelo, and Canelo Alvarez. That's it. They're really the only people that got a choice. Everybody else is going to have to, including Tyson Fury. He's going to have to. He's going to have to retire or he's going to have to fight some of these guys because they're not going to pay that money for that dude if he's not. Because he's not some guy that's got a ton of fans. I don't believe. You know what I mean? First of all, Boots is like a young Crawford. Everybody ducking him. Nobody ever ducked Crawford. Mike Tyson. Crawford is the least ducked fighter in the history of boxing. No one has ever ducked Crawford. Ever. Who has ever ducked Terence Crawford? Nobody has ever ducked him. I don't know of anybody that has ducked Terence Crawford. Who? You know what I'm saying? Like, who? That's like saying Canelo is ducked. Dude, Canelo has never been ducked by anybody. Danny Garcia was already out of the weight class. He did not duck him. He was already out of the weight class, man. He had left. He started fighting in between weights before Terence even got up there, man. Man, get the fuck out of my man. Go away, clown. Mike Tyson, he ducked him for 3.5 years, collecting belts, getting car accidents, and having torn retinas. Yeah, he ducked him for 3 years. Man, please. They never tried to make a fight with him once. What do you mean? I could go at that forever. That dude has never ducked Terence Crawford. Not once. Never. And ain't ducking him now. And yet we still waiting on Terence to sign the contract. I mean, he ducked him when he collected all the belts. He ducked him when he had the IBF when we all talked about it. We started talking, he had the IBF. Y'all kept talking about it, and he got the WBA, he got the WBC. Then y'all kept talking about it, and he got the IB, and he got the WBA. He literally walked and got all the belts just like he said he was. You're a moron. You can't duck somebody to their face, you idiot. What do you mean he ducked them to his face? How do you duck somebody to their face? You think ducking comes out of your mouth? How do you duck somebody to their face? What do you drop to your knees and slip a punch? What are you talking about? How do you duck somebody to their face? That doesn't even make any sense. He ducked him to his face? How do you do that? Ducking means you didn't fight somebody. It means you turned down an offer to fight him. How do you turn down an offer to fight him to his face? They didn't offer to fight him. Bob Arum was right there. And they said, hey, well, man, shut up. Man, that's just stupid. He ducked him to his face. You just listen to everything pouring out of somebody's pie hole then, right? That's what I'm saying. Then guess what? Hey, man, if Teofimo Lopez said, I'll fight you, Devin, then, Devin ducked him to his face. Shut up. I saw the video, dummy. Just like everybody else. It's 7 years old. I saw it 100 times. Okay? I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's not ducking somebody. The man said, I'm going to beat this dude, and this dude, and then I'm coming to beat you. That's not a duck, clown. That is him saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get all these belts, and then I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to go over there to Top Rank, and I'm going to take your belt. It's what he said. So he did exactly what he said, and now he's putting offers on the table for Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford is trying to get more. I don't know what Terence Crawford's trying to do, but Terence Crawford ain't accepted it yet. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. That's not a duck. He said easy route. So what? It is an easier route to go and fight in-house fights. In-house fights are easier to make. They are. They're easier to make. You guys hang on words. But Terence Crawford said he doesn't even need the fight. So is Terence ducking? Because Terence said, man, if I don't get 50-50, I don't need this fight. Errol needs this fight. I don't need this fight. So does that mean Terence is ducking? The man right now is trying to make the fight, man. Why do you guys try to hold on to dumb shit? Like, really? Y'all be holding on to some dumbness, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep bringing it up? That is dude, that point has been moot. That is what you call a moot point. Because right now, he did exactly what he said he's going to do. He's doing exactly what he said he's going to do. And right now, he's trying to make the fight. So what are you talking about? It's just silliness. You know what I'm saying? It's just silliness. It's like saying Terence Crawford was ducking Sean Porter. But did he duck him? No, he made the fight. So no, he didn't duck him. He fought him. Nah, I'm not blocking anybody yet, man. I ain't really trying to do that, bro. I'm not really trying to block nobody, man. I have no ill will towards anybody today. But you guys are just wild with y'all wildness. I will say this, man. Can't even dude. Nobody's ever ducked Crawford that I know of. Over the Spence versus Bud BS, Wilder is back. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. But he's at least he's a fight away. He's a fight away. I mean, there's not much to talk about with Deontay Wilder right now. There's not a lot to talk about. Hey, Mike Tyson, shut up for 10 minutes. Just shut up for 5 minutes. Shut up for 10 minutes, matter of fact. When I see you the next time, I'm going to shut your ass up again. Just so you know. Shut up. All right? Stop. Shh. Okay? You're distracting and you're making shit up. So no need. You're not being a valuable part of this conversation. You understand what I mean? You're not being a valuable part of this conversation. You're just making stuff up now. Porter beat Spence. No, he did not. He sat on that L. And Spence moved on. Okay? So don't just make stuff up. But it was nice listening to you for a little while. Now you got to shut up for 5 minutes. And then if you blink, I'm going to shut you up for another 5 minutes. Because you have to be put on timeout. Go sit in the corner and wait. Really. It is a pleasant distraction, however, from the other conversation that keeps coming up constantly. You know what I mean? Constantly. But anyway, much love to everybody that has supported in the chat and the super chat so far. It really does make a difference in the channel. Y'all are what allows the channel to keep going. No joke. Don't listen to them haters. It is most definitely the live streams that keep channels going. So thank you very much for your support. And if you like it, thank you for that support. And you can definitely hit that like button because that, my friend, is free. 472 people in the building. We have 200 likes. I'm about to sip on some water because we're going to get to the panel after we get to maybe 400 likes. We'll be on the panel. Y'all doing me dirty on these likes. I'll let me get to that question. Give me 1 second. You know I don't be remembering this stuff off the top of my head, man. Hold on, man. What is it? Do. Hold on 1 second. Man, they ain't even got the event up, man. God dog. They don't have the event up. All I know is he's fighting Baez. I don't know who else he's fighting. Because they don't have the event up. They just have the bout up. So I don't know who he's fighting. Oh, I think Troy Isley's fighting, though. Not Troy Isley's. Somebody else is fighting. There are some good dudes on that card. There are some good people on that card. Hold on, though, man. Let me get this. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you for that support. And that is to my dude. Man, let me get to the end of this. Is this going backwards? Hold on. Much love to Kai, bro. Thank you so much. He said, didn't Bud do an easy route with Jeff Horn? Oh, he for sure did. Absolutely. Key hype in the building, man. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. It means a ton. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know who else is on that card, though, man. I don't know who else is on that card. We got to get to 300, man. Get these likes over 300 if you wouldn't mind, man. DW say, I hit the like button. Let's get the panel. Yeah, the panel's going to be in a minute. These cats don't even wake up till 10 o'clock, man. These dudes are over there. You got dudes in California, man. They got dudes over there in California. California dudes, it's early in the morning there. It's still 7 o'clock in the morning in California. So, we got the Central and the East Coast cats. It's a little bit later. So I cover it. So I cover it. I let them wake up, had a coffee and all of that stuff, man. Don't want to press. And I learned it from OG Boxing Talk. We used to do, had a show called OG Boxing Talk. Did it every Sunday, man. And it would be like, just everybody comes in at different times, man. So, I just want to wait a little bit of time. And then after we get it a little bit of time, then we'll get that panel going. But the boxing one said, California in the house, I'm up. That's what's up, man. Hey, dude, I'm impressed. Melvin Jones in the building. If you're going to support and be in the chat, hit that. If you go and support and be in the chat, hit the like button or bounce. Yes, sir, because you ain't worth nothing just sitting here, dog. Much love in that super chat, bro. I'm telling you, man, cats don't get it. He said, hey, what is it? What was that? What's that? It's Terry Schmoots. You can't pull that on me. What you talking about, Terry Schmoot? Oh, I know you're up in the early in the morning, man, but a lot of these cats be, he said, said Oakland in the house. Big Key said Oakland in the house. I've been up. That's what's up, man. California, what did he say? California in the house on my way to work. Oh, what's up, man? Mr. Valencia in the Cali. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I used to have, before some skullduggery took place, I used to go a little bit later in the day, man. But it is what it is. We're a morning show now, man. JT in the building said, I don't see AJ adjusting to beat Usyk. AJ is not very good at facing adversity in the ring. I can't tell you, man. Look, man, that's a really good way to bring this topic up. Most people do not watch boxing like trainers do. They don't. To hear people talk about pivots and all that stuff, like the very technical side of it, is not how most people think about the sport of boxing. They watch the sport of boxing and they have a very good eye for what is going to happen in the sport. But that doesn't mean that they're going to use the same phrasing and the same minute attention to detail that Derek James may use. You see what I mean? So you got to understand, it's a different, people don't look at it like that. Just like basketball. Most people don't talk about basketball and look at whether or not somebody uses a banana cut or whether they run in a straight line. You know what I'm saying? But they can tell a good basketball player when they see one. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Why he got banned? Who got banned? I don't know who got banned. Hey, inside, what's going on? King Judah in the building, bro. Says salute Fanon. Charlo needs to leave his wife. She's disrespectful. I don't know, man. I ain't gonna tell him what he need to do with all of that stuff. I don't know, man. She definitely wild in the mouth, though. She's definitely a little bit wild about the mouth, but that's their business, man. It's just, I'm glad he just didn't hit her or anything like that, because then he will never fight again if he hits his wife. So good job getting the restraining order. Great, smart move on the restraining order. Back her off away from you until she is calm and more than likely, like, hey, man, back up off me. I can't be next to you if you swinging. That's very, very smart of him for him to get it, because he's already been tied up. He's already been tied up with that. Somebody trying to start a fight with him. He pushed him and then they trying to press charges on him. So I think he did it right. Yeah, she's very disrespectful. I mean, I just listened to the chat a little bit. I listened to it a little bit and I was like, she's just a kid. She kind of, it is what it is. She running off at the mouth, man, talking crazy. But, it is what it is, man. That's a mother of his kids. So, best to try to work it out if you can work it out. And they've been together for a very long time, so she may just be really mad. You just don't know. Hey, what's going on? I said, hi, I'm at work assembling motor mounts as we speak. Hi, good morning, chat. And Fanon, love it or hate it. What's good, brother? Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Thank you for that support, love it or hate it. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. We having problems, man. I'm just glad I got a wife that isn't like that. You know what I'm saying? See, crazy. She did an interview and cried how Charlo saved her and took care of her. And now this, yeah, but it happens, man. People don't always appreciate what you do for them forever. You know what I mean? And then, shoot, you don't know what he did. Man, he may have caught her. She may have caught him with somebody, man. You know, she may have caught him with somebody. He may have another baby or something. You never know what happens. That's between them. The only thing I care about is there any validity to him not fighting again? Other than that, whatever, man. She said, oh, they're going to come. They're going to repossess his house. Well, first of all, god dang, you need to sell that shit. What you need that big-ass thing for? That thing look like, god dog, look like you're living in a library, man. What you need that for? Sell that, homie. I ain't banning double zeros for what comment? I didn't even see it, man. I'm not banning anybody. I'm not really caring about ban. I'm timing people out, man. Timing them out is easier. Timing you out is much easier than blocking you. Just time you. I'm just going to time you out so you can sit there and watch for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then you can say something else, and I must shut you up for 5 more minutes. Way easier than sending you to go out there and go get you another name to come back under. Makes it harder for me to find and unblock people. I'm just going to shut you up, dog, for 5 minutes. If you say anything crazy, too crazy, you're getting shut up for 5 minutes, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Destin Martinez said Omaha, Nebraska, tapping in for 9. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska, the home of the legendary Terence Bud Crawford. One of the best fighters of this century. For sure. Top-notch, excellent fighter, bro. Kevin Faulkner is foul. He said Haney is working on a leg swing so he can get his first knockdown in years. Hey, man. Look, dog. Hey, man, dog, look. He gonna have to sell out, bro. He gonna have to sell out, man. No joke. He's gonna have to sell out all the way. Get them knockouts, bro, because you need a knockout, dog. You in a knockout. You in a drought. That he said snitching about what? Ennis should fight Bud first since Bud don't want to get in the ring with Spence. Get the WBO belt, then fight Spence for all the marbles. Yeah, that would be what's up. But he's not gonna fight Bud. Bud's not gonna fight him, man. Bud ain't gonna fight him, man. I want to tell you something about Errol Spence Jr. though. I was definitely watching. I was watching Errol Spence Jr. fights last night. Dude, you dudes are bugging, thinking that dude is flat-footed. Man, this dude is really fast. His feet are really fast. Very fast. And I was comparing him to other fighters where you're like, okay, let me look and see what, like, for example, I watched Gervonta Davis fight Isaac Cruz. And I watched Errol Spence fight Lamont Peterson. Now, if you know Lamont Peterson, dude, Lamont Peterson can fight both ways. He can fight coming forward, but he can also move. He can fight on that back foot, dude. And if he wants to stay away from you, he can stay away from you. Dude, Errol Spence Jr.'s step backwards and 2 steps forwards are very, very fast, bro. They're very, very fast. If you take steps back on him, dude, that guy has got a knack for going fast very quickly and staying right in that same range with you. And when you come forward, he moves back very, very quickly. He also moves to the side very quickly, to the left. He moves very quickly to the right very quickly, man. Dog, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that dude is faster than you think. I'm telling you, he is faster than you think. Because I was watching for it specifically, bro. When was the last time I watched a Bud fight? The day before yesterday. The day before yesterday. Hey, Fanon, one of your Tank fans just said he wants to see Tank and Rolly 2 before Haney versus Tank. That's the issue I'm talking about. So what? It's a more fun fight. Dog, seriously, man. The only way Devin Haney is going to beat Tank is by put us in a snooze circle. Much love in the super chat, bro. Dog, hey, King Judah. He's really not that fun to watch, bro. He's really not that fun to watch. I can't even hate on him. It's not as good a fight, obviously, but you know, it's a better fight from like, yeah, it's a better fight. It's not as fun though. That shit's going to be oh my God, man. Hey, I'm literally I'm talking about his foot speed. And you ain't, have you seen Bud fight lately? Dog, how many times I got to see Bud fight, man? What I'm telling you right now is that cat right there is not flat-footed. He's not flat-footed is what I'm telling you. I'm not going to get into some great, you got to praise Errol. You got to praise Bud for 15 minutes now. No, I'm not doing that. What I'm telling you is, Mike Tyson, you talking again, Mike Tyson? You talking again? You out here talking again? He's not used to stepping back. Shut up. Shh. He's not used to stepping back. He steps back constantly. He steps back constantly. 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 Every time somebody moves forward at him, he steps back. Every time. Every time. If you're not in the right, if he's not on the inside, if he is in that mid-range or like mid-range and you step forward, you try to lunge at him, dude, he's taking a step back every time and he's keeping that distance. The dude is like he's got a rope tied to you. And he is staying in that same distance constantly, man. No joke. Like, say this is how far he wants to be from you. It's like this. Like, this is a one boxer, this is another boxer. The fight looks like this. It looks like this. It looks like this. That's what it looks like. If you get what I'm saying. He is here. Errol's here. The other guy's here. And call this mid-range, right? Close or inside, like inside. He will fight like this. If the guy come and say it's like this. He keeps it right there. And the guys are, I'm telling you, watch it again. These guys are trying to get away from him. They are trying to fight on the outside. They are trying to. They can't do it because every time they take a step back, he's stepping forward just as fast as they take a step back. Just as quick as you move to the left, he's moving to his right. Quick as you move to your right, he's moving to his left. I'm telling you, he keeps that space. It's not accidental that it stays there. And I'm telling you, I've seen like when Gervonta Davis was fighting Isaac Cruz, and Isaac Cruz is a pressure fighter. But Isaac Cruz, Gervonta could get away from Isaac Cruz. He could get away from him. Juriokas Gamboa could get away from him. He would step back, buy himself some space, and then Isaac Cruz got to reset, got to try to find a way to cut off the ring and get him. With Errol, it's not like that. Errol is literally keeping, when you go back, he goes back. He comes forward. If you try to lunge forward, he's taking a step back. He's keeping it right there. Man, I'm telling you, that kid's got a knack for that spacing. He's got a knack for keeping the space. That's not easy it's easier said than done to get away from that guy. I'm telling you. It's like, dude, it's like a linebacker. Like, it's easier said than done to get away. If you're a running back, and you got a really good linebacker on you, a really quick athletic linebacker. Yeah, it's easy to say reverse, spin off of them or whatever, dude. But hey, man, some of those guys, gotcha. You're not going to spin off that dude. You're going to get tackled. And that's what it looks like. It looked like that with Errol, the spacing that he kept in that, especially in that Lamont Peterson fight. That's why they had to fight like that, because they were in the corner saying, I need you to box, Lamont. I need you to box. So Lamont would go in there, and Lamont tried to box. He tried to take a step back. Dude, he couldn't get out of the way. He literally could not get out of the way. He would take a step back, and this guy's right there with you. It's like, well, shit, what can I do? I got to fight him. Every time I move this way, it's like he's got a fucking rope tied to him. It's like I'm pulling him with me. I'm moving, but shit, so is he. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, for real, that technique right there. And I'm not talking about his punching. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not talking about what he's going to just jabs and this and that and the other. I'm talking about his ability to keep space, to maintain the space between him and his opponent and fight at a range to maintain the range. I think that's a technical term. The range, to keep the range that these guys that he's trying to keep, man. It's no joke, man. Hey, hold on. Let me get these super chats. Thank you so much for your support, brother. Melvin Jones said, Errol has mastered fighting at range and cutting off the ring. Yeah, dude, it's like, dude, it's not even like even cutting that shit off. Much love in that super chat. Well, like, yeah, I mean, it is cutting it off. Like, he is cutting it off. But at the same time, it's like he's just really mad. He's really maintaining that range. And he's maintaining his angle, too. If you slip off, he's slipping off. He's maintaining he's staying in front of you. Like, he is keeping you in front of him with hitting distance, which is why he gets hit. Like, Lamont Peterson hit him with some stuff. Shit, he's right there. But then you hit him with something, he's hitting you with 5, 6 more of them. Because he's keeping you at range and he's making you fight. And even when you're moving, he's moving. So you're trying to move and you're tiring yourself out. You just can't get away from the dude. Dog, that was unique. It really is. You guys go check that out, man. I said they don't get it. Errol controls the fight, whether he's on the inside or mid-range. DJ said himself, Errol controls the fight. I mean, he really does, bro. Like, he really, like, I watched for that specifically. Much love in that super chat, bro. Oh, what happened to Charlo? Hey, thank you so much for your support in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much. What happened with Charlo? Oh, man, you know what happened with Charlo. Charlo's wife went nuts on him. His wife went snapping. He had to get a restraining order, so she jumped on social media and started bad-talking him for a minute. You know, said some shit about, you know, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. You know, whatever. A bunch of stuff that goes on in people's private lives and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, whatever. She had her husband put a restraining order on her, and she got mad and started talking. I mean, you know, hey, man, but if you're trying to hit him and he's like, look, man, you hitting me or you acting like you want to hit me, nah, I got to put the restraint. I got to go to court. You're not putting me in jail. I've been there too. It's happened to him twice. So smart move. Congratulations. Smart move. Smart move, bro. He said, Fanon, then Errol started boxing the shit out of Lamont later in the part of the fight. Oh, man, he was killing him, dude. He was killing him, bro. He was killing him. And Lamont Peterson is somebody that has very good footwork, man. Just so you know. Lamont Peterson. I don't know if he put the wrong woman in his house. I don't know, man. She might have just flipped. She might have just flipped on him for a second, man. That shit'll be all right. I mean, you know what I mean? Go to marriage counseling. She grows up. She's a kid. She, you know, they've been together a long time, man. I ain't putting too much on that girl. You know? Well, I ain't judging her like that, man. Just whatever, man. You know? It is what it is, man. They got kids together, man. I wish them the best, man. I wish them the best, whatever problem they got going on between themselves. You know, take care of it. It's all good. I mean, whatever, man. Like I said, man, don't be I'm not into judging people, dude, like that. Like, only thing I cared about, she says, that he's never going to fight again. Hey, man, that worries me. But I will tell you, if he does have money problems, I'm putting that shit on Canelo. Duck-ass Canelo. And ducking Canelo and ducking Jaime Munguia. All of them kept ducking Gennady Golovkin. Why y'all worried about that? Why y'all worried about that man, woman? Damn. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, because I'm bringing it up because everybody was talking about it. You know what I mean? So I'll talk about it and I'll share my exact opinion on this. My exact opinion on it is I don't care. Like, you can argue with man, please, man. That dude is probably gonna love that chick for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? She probably they're gonna love that dude for the rest of his life. And they get into some arguments, say some stupid shit, you know, whatever, man. And they'll be back together and it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm not really bugging on that, man. My only thing is it going to affect that man's career? But when you're talking about him not making money, I'm putting that shit directly on Canelo. And that's what happens when you guys support ducks, where guys are not able to get fights. They're not able to grow their name because you guys support guys getting ducked. If his money's funny, I blame Canelo. Because Canelo should have been fought that dude and been got that guy an opportunity to beat him, to make himself or break himself. You just want payday. Yeah, they want payday, dude. Yeah, they want payday, smart ass. Yeah, they want payday. Yeah, they want payday, Canelo. Much love in that super chat. That's why you got your ass. That's why you got beat up by Bivol. And then you didn't even give Bivol another payday. You know what I mean? Then you didn't even want to run it back with him. You want to run down to Gennady Golovkin and give Gennady Golovkin a payday. You just want win, Canelo. You just want easy win, Canelo. How about you want easy win, Canelo? Herbert Johnson. Hey, my bad. John Bowie in the building. Much love in that super chat, bro. He said, morning, everybody. Yes, sir. Good morning to you, brother. Good morning to you, John Boy. Welcome to the chat, as always. Herbert Johnson said, what's up, Fanon? A lot of this EJ can't fight is just hate for PBC, Al, and Floyd. Mustn't them say they never watch his fights. Man, most of these guys is talking outside of their neck, bro. You saying that man can't fight, that's just silly. You know what I mean? That's what you call silly. Not real, no way, ain't happening, no way. Silly, 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 silly. Hold on one second, man. We got 300. We still trying to get these likes over 400 so we can start this panel in about 15 minutes. She's snitching on him. She's sour. I mean, she's talking crazy, but whatever, man. I don't care. That's the name gay, though, prize fighting. Nah, man. His biggest fight was Jermall Charlo. That's his biggest fight. The biggest payday for Canelo Alvarez is Jermall Charlo. That is easy. Easy. It's obvious and it's easy. The biggest payday for him, if the zone is not paying him not to fight those guys, if they're not willing to lose money just to have him on there, the biggest fight for him is Jermall Charlo. Said Bivol on his neck. Said, GGG, you want some more? Yeah, some guy said he would never fight. I'm never fighting him again. Yeah, until you got surrounded. And all of a sudden, all right, well, I'll take that one. I thought Bivol really could have stopped Canelo. He risked it all by getting that decision win, all to secure another potential payday. No, I mean, he didn't want to overdo it. He was whooping him. He was whooping him. He wasn't about to allow himself to get caught. He wasn't about to let himself get caught. He wasn't going to allow himself to get caught by a shot. And he just beat that dude. And I'm saying, man, good job, man. You know what I mean? Good job. Nate's Boxing Nation in the building. Much love in that super chat, bro. He said, Boots next undisputed in welterweight. Nah, he's not. I don't think he's going to get it, man. I think Boots undisputed will come at 154. I don't think he'll get undisputed at 147. Too political. I don't believe that is going to happen, man. Myself, I personally don't believe that's going to happen. But let's get it going, man. We now at 9:40. That's enough time. That's enough time for cats. Let me slap this on here, man. Again, man, thank you to everybody that supported in the super chat and the Cash App. It does mean a lot, bro. It does keep the channel going, man. Thank you. Herbert John said, you see, Mike came back and changed his mind, saying how EJ's a beast. Yeah, man. He's like, dude, he's going to have to move a lot. I don't believe you're going to be able to move a lot to get that dude up off you, man. I don't. Now, Sean Porter, he may be able to get off those ropes, grab him and try to circle off those ropes, but I do believe, or he's going to have to try to hold him. Or he's going to have to try to grab him. And too much grabbing, dog, I don't think he can grab Errol like that. I don't think he's going to be able to, like he grabbed Sean Porter. I don't think he's going to be able to grab him. Yeah, did I hear about Josh Taylor dropping the IBF 140 belt? Yes, I did. I told you, getting rid of that dude. Bye. Yes, he does. He's actually very, very good at grabbing people, bro. Yes, he does. He grabbed Sean Porter several times. It's called a clinch. Bud is excellent at clinching. Don't know what you're talking about. Bud is excellent at clinching. Not just okay at it. He's very good at clinching. Will tie your ass up on the inside in a heartbeat, bro. We'll tie that shit up in a heartbeat. So nah, man. I don't know what you're I don't know what you watching. Starborn 007 in the building. What's good, man?
Morning, people. How you doing for dog, man?
Man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. Looking forward to seeing an action-packed fighter not named Devin Haney today. With
whoa. See, that's what you do. You know how to say the right thing to piss us off in this day.
Yes, sir. Yes, I do. It's all
so
fun,
you
though,
said,
man.
I heard you talk about pivots and stuff like that. That's one thing Devin do. He do pivots well. He stick that jab up. He's coming into his own, man. We have yet to see the best of Lord Devin Haney. That's all I'm gonna say. And we looking for Lomo. We looking for you, Lomo.
Starborn. You don't have a wrench. Hey, man, put a comment in the comment section, Starborn, please.
Yeah, hold on. No, I don't got to run. You know, I didn't. Hold on.
But we just see because I don't want anybody blocking you, even on accident.
Hold on. Let me go to it.
Yeah, just put a comment. If I don't see. Yeah, I had to go back too far. I was looking for you, but I didn't see it. Hey, Kentrell Elder said, Bud got a 100% knockout ratio at 147. Every common fighter that he and Bud fought, Bud put them out quicker. So why so much hate on Bud? I don't know if there's any real connection between your sentences, brother. First of all, I don't hate on Bud. And every common fighter they have is 2, and they fought him like 3 years later. That's where I am on it. They fought him like 3 years later. But I don't have any hate on Bud. I'm just telling you that I was looking at Errol fighting. I'm telling you, because I was really looking for this flat-footed thing. And I was like, man, let me really watch his feet. And I watched an entire fight watching his feet. I'm telling you, dude, that guy has very fast feet. Not slow feet, not plodding feet, not none of that. That dude has very fast feet. He just uses them in like a tennis type of way. Like Roger, what's going on, Outlaw Thomas? How you feeling, brother?
Good, man. Good.
So let me finish this point real quick, and we'll keep it pushing. But what I'm saying is, like, if you watch tennis, like, you don't really get, like, if you don't really know, like, because that's something that I know technically very, very well, like the technical of the footwork, the technical footwork. These guys have very, very fast feet, but in little short movements where they have to, because, you have to get that ball exactly where you want, right? So the key is that you got to really move your feet and force your feet into a position where you always have the ball at the same, where you're hitting the ball in the same place, no matter how the other guy hits it. So if somebody hits the ball high, like it has a lot of spin and it jumps up high, you have to have very quick movement to get right there before the ball gets over your shoulder. Otherwise, you're going to be swinging like this. You know what I mean? So I pay really close attention to people's feet. Errol does not use, I don't know how his sprint speed is, but I'm telling you, his speed for like movements that are like maybe a foot and a half this way, or a foot and a half that way, or a foot and a half that way is lightning fucking quick, bro. Like from a tennis player point of view, I guarantee you, dude, that dude's footwork, like the way that he gets just click, like sometimes he hops up a little high, like coming forward, it'll take a little hop, but the hop is a little high. If he doesn't have that hop, that's the only thing that wouldn't work for tennis footwork for him, is that he hops a little high. But if he just is like quick, like boo, 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 I'm telling you, man, that dude is not slow-footed at all. And if you think that he is, you are missing the subtleties of his spacing that he's keeping with people. But at the same time, Bud has very quick feet. Bud keeps space the same way very well. When somebody moves forward at him, he's taking a step back and he maintains his space very well, which keeps people from getting on the inside with him. But when he lunges, like I've seen him like counter, like the counter shots that he likes. I've seen dudes were trying to hit Errol with that same counter shot, but Errol will hit you and then he'll be back. He'll hit you and it click. And he'll literally take 2 steps back when that counter comes, but he's backing off that counter shot. very, very quickly with his side steps. That's what I'm pointing to. I'm not saying that Bud is not very fast feet and Bud doesn't have. Honestly, I don't think Bud has better footwork than him. I don't. I'm looking at his feet. As far as what Errol is trying to do, nah, dude. That dude is he's balanced over the top of his feet, and he moves very, very well with everything being on balance. His head is never over his foot. He'll crouch down and bend his knees before he will lean forward. Right now, as far as the head movement, he's looking to block, but he's looking to block because if you block, you're here. You can throw the shot. So he prefers to block. Bro, you sound slow. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't know if you talking to me AK-47, but you sound like you ain't gonna say shit for 5 minutes. You sound like you ain't about to talk for a minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yes, sir. So what's good? So what you say? So what's going on? All hail Lord Haney. Soda Black.
Here we go.
I came up in here for that Devin Haney disrespect that was spewing out of your mouth. Like, we're gonna stop with these expletives and these narratives with Devin Haney. You're not gonna keep disrespecting this young king, this young undisputed champion like this.
There you go.
Like, I get tired of this kind of rhetoric. Like, I don't know why. Like, you have an infatuation, and I think you have a deep hatred for him, Fanon.
I have a deep hatred for what?
For Devin Haney and for his successes that he's done so far as being an undisputed champion, the youngest undisputed 4-belt champion in history. I just think that you have a lot of hate for him, and as much as his great father's been doing, trying to promote him to get him the best fights, I don't think you like that. I don't think you like that. I'm joking.
Hey, man. I know you are, but I was just wondering.
Can everybody hear me?
When did you get your mind reading technique from, dog? When did you turn to Miss Chloe?
Miss Cleo. No, I'm just joking with you.
No, that's cool. You can say that. Look, I'm gonna tell you 100 miles an hour what I think about Devin Haney. Devin Haney, I'm very, very consistent with it. Devin Haney's a very, very good fighter, without a doubt. He ain't fought nobody to prove he's a great fighter. Everybody he's fought, he should have beaten. Everybody he's fought, Gervonta would knock out. Everybody he's fought, Gervonta would knock out. Everybody he fought, Lomachenko would beat. Everybody he's beaten, except for Teofimo. I think Teofimo lost to George Kambosos, but every one of them Shakur is going to beat. So my thing is, look, man, he ain't fought nobody. He's got all the belts, but he ain't fought nobody.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
They put in front of him.
Something.
Yeah.
Can we get George? Wait, can we get John Bowie real quick?
John Bowie said, "Sorry, Terry went from trolling to being a 100% commercial for Devin Haney." Oh, but he don't mean that. He means the opposite. He's really calling him a bum. So if y'all want to know,
wait. We're not. Don't you reverse Uno card me? Don't you reverse Uno card me?
Hey, Herbert Johnson said EJ is very fast feet. It's educated, unwasted movement. If he doesn't have to move, why do it? Most of the great, including Floyd, did the same thing. Move when you have to. I'm telling you, man, that dude moves. He moves a lot, man. He moves a lot, bro. Hey, man, thank you for that yellow. And everybody, them yellows and them oranges, bro, thank you so much for your support, man. It really, really does. Really, really, really does mean a lot, man. Thank y'all very, very much for supporting the channel every day, man, because it is definitely not easy to maintain the channel without your support. So thank you guys very, very much. But go ahead.
Can I ask y'all a question?
I got something to say. Hold on. I got something to say.
Let me stop. Let me make sure. Okay, so hold on one second. Shit. Sorry about this. I need to make sure I get the name right. Soda Black. Let me go to Soda. Actually, Outlaw Thomas. Say what because you got on third, and then we'll go to Soda Black.
Cool. Well, nothing, man. I just want to jump in, and I like Herbert Johnson's super chat. He's right on with that, man. We know Errol feet. He don't have to do a bunch of bouncing around, and you know what I'm saying, like running all fight. You control the fight by having quick feet and educated feet. He knows where he wants to go during the fight. He controls it. You're going to fight the game that Errol wants you to fight. So we'll see if I just pray we can get this fight, man. I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to book my tickets. I don't know if any of you brothers plan on going, but if so, let me know. We could set up something to at least meet and talk some boxing at the actual event, if it ever happens. You know what I'm saying? If it ever happens.
AK-47, you disrespect me, you shutting up for a firm 10 minutes, bro. Keep that shit polite, man. All right? Ain't nothing slow about me, homie. Nothing. So, dog, if you gonna keep it polite, we can keep chopping it up. But you want to spit like insults and stuff, bro, you're gonna get shushed up, all right? I don't like it, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. So just understand that. Yeah, so go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you out.
That was good. That was just trying to see if we don't actually get this fight so we can all stop.
No, we ain't getting, man. I don't.
We're not going to get this fight because Errol isn't going to do what Devin Haney did and sacrifice and take the lesser money to make the fight.
He didn't take less money, man. Can we pop that bullshit temple real quick? He did not take. He gets paid $3 million a fight, according to what people are saying over there on the zone. He got $2.8 million to fight George Kambosos. Dude, that is a itty bitty teeny weeny itty bitty little pay cut, bro, on a fight that he was fighting, and he's the B-side on the card going into Australia. Dog, he didn't take a gigantic pay cut, man. I just want to say, George Woodson, Fanon, great show, a lot of boxing knowledge. Everybody enjoy the weekend. Oh, Spence wins. You know it. I think he does anyway. I don't know for sure, but I think he will. Much love in that super chat, George Woods. So go ahead. I'm sorry, man. Soda Black.
Oh, yeah. What's good? My bad. I didn't know it was on me. Man, first of all, I want to say, peace to the channel. Fanon, I'm a huge fan. You already know that. And basically, when I show my face, I just basically, come for clarity, just on a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? But let me start off on a lighter note. Terry Smoot, you remind me of RG3, you know what I'm saying? With the commentary, that's a compliment,
No, thank you.
But just, I don't know why, but like you just remind me of RG3 when you be doing the commentaries or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So, keep doing your thing. So basically, a couple questions. One question is, Fanon, I asked you the other day. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask that one last. All right, here go.
You just got one question, brother. We got to keep it pushing around.
Oh shit.
So
okay. Yeah.
No, that's
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna ask the most important one. Okay. So long story short, the other day, I asked you, how do you measure athleticism in a boxer? Like, long story short, when you look at a basketball player, you look at how high they can jump, and you look at how they move as far as around on the floor. Football player, you look at how high they can jump as well, and then you look at the elusiveness. Long story short, it doesn't necessarily have to do with speed, nor does it have to do with the skill of shooting or catching or none of that. So what I'm saying is, how do you take out the speed and the power of a boxer and just measure their athleticism only? How do you do that?
I think speed and power is athleticism in boxing.
Yeah.
Because like Deontay Wilder, I mean, that's an explosive. Most people that have big power, I mean, that is an athletic movement, right? Hey, but hold on one quick. Let me get that before. Let me get to the super chat real quick. Anthony Forbes said, watch Lamont Peterson versus Spence. He definitely put his footwork and angles on display in that fight. Man, it was bananas, man. It was very, very good. Much love in that super chat, bro. Double zeros in the Cash App. He says, salute OG, keep cooking, bro. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Akil in that Cash App said, mad respect, OG. I appreciate the boxing knowledge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the support, man. It means a lot, man. Thank you. And then my man John Boy, I got like 3 of these I'm gonna run through, man. John Boy, man, big time 25 in the Cash App. Said, K, I'm off to work. Bro, enjoy the rest of your day, brother. Thank you so much for your support, John Boy. Day in and day out, man. Thank you, man. My man Cedric Warren in the building. What's going on, brother? He says Spence was a soccer star. His footwork is natural. Oh, he plays soccer? Oh, yeah, y'all in some fucking trouble, bro. Like, if he's a soccer player, no doubt. That is
who's in trouble.
Oh, anybody get in the ring with that dude's footwork if you get in the way with a soccer player. Dude, like, you know how you say Buzz a wrestler? Like Buzz a wrestler, so that means he's strong. Soccer players' footwork is fucking bananas. Their footwork is bananas, bro. Bananas.
Now, we just said if he tried to super pressure, he got a jab the same way we feel if he fought Canelo, he'll use his jab more, move around in and out a little bit. I think he could win.
Man. All I'm saying is, hey, let me finish this real quick. Judah in the building, man, with the big 20, man. Thank you so much for that support and that cash app, bro. He said, good morning, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Hey,
I need to call you nephew because I'm old, so I can confirm my elderly status. But go ahead, what you saying, man?
Did anybody have anything to say on that question? I mean, this is basically for the whole floor. Long story short, to keep it in a nutshell, how do you determine a boxer's athleticism without looking at his speed and his power and his IQ and all that? Like, how do you just say like this dude is athletic? He may not have the skills, but he's athletic. How do you do that? If that makes any sense, let me know if I'm bugging.
Usually speed. Somebody is say athleticism.
So athleticism and speed.
I would look at more.
No, when you were saying that one part, but it's a combination. Like Fanon say, power and explosiveness is a part of athleticism.
Okay. So would Tyson Fury be someone that's athleticism? Athletic.
I wouldn't say so.
I would say he's athletic.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just, like I said, when I come on here, I'm just asking. I'm basically coming for clarity. I'm here to learn from y'all.
Tyson Fury is athletic. Yeah,
he's very athletic. Look how he moves.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, Anthony Joshua, would you think he's athletic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
He's slow to me, but okay, I feel you. Okay.
I mean, he's an athletic guy, man.
He's athletic, but
that's what I'm saying. It's like, we should probably like it is just there's different types of athleticism. You have
I can take that.
Like you have shot. I mean, really, if you want to look at athletics, the sport you look at is athletics, which is track and field.
Right.
You have guys that are throwing the discus. They're very big, strong dudes. Those guys are very fucking athletic. They're spinning around in a fucking circle and throwing that shit a mile. You got guys that are javelin dudes that are just strong. They can throw very far. That's all of those different things are athletic. You have people that are running the mile in 5 minutes, right? So all of that stuff, athletics is just around how effective.
I mean, I guess something like a golf player, right?
Yeah, golfers can be athletic. I mean, that's a little bit more skill based.
So
right.
What are you saying though? What do you see? Because you're going somewhere. What do you see?
No. Basically, I'm trying to figure out how do you determine if
how about your answer?
Because listen. Like I said, I'm not a hardcore boxing fan. I would consider myself a casual fan because I only watch the only certain people that I like. I don't just turn on boxing because someone's boxing, and some people do it for just because they love boxing, and I really just love some of the boxers. So I would consider myself a casual. I don't care if y'all laugh at that or not, but not y'all, but I'm talking about the chat and everybody. But long story, what I'm saying is me, I don't know how to determine. I mean, me with the naked eye, I would say that a person would have to move kind of swift. A person would have to be able to do certain things that another person can't do. Like, for example, I feel like athleticism is something that is like defeats. It like kind of defines the odd. Defeats the odds. Like as far as this person is running such and such fast, or this person hits such and such hard. So basically, I just feel like I agree it's a combination of things, but how do you because if
you're never gonna let me
if you look at
bro, you're not gonna get to it.
Yeah, he said
you're just not gonna get
I'm just reaching out.
I'm serious. You're just not gonna get to it.
Yeah,
because
I'm trying to determine, man. I'm
but you're never gonna get to it, man. You're not gonna answer that question. Okay, that is gonna be one of those things where you're just gonna be like, somebody's gonna say it's very, very subjective. It's just it's what And on top of it, it's not only that, it's really an irrelevant conversation. Because the question is
I mean,
how
it's an
effective.
attribute. It's an attribute. So I
No,
just
but
want to
let me tell you what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
As from my point of view, the subject of athleticism at the end of the day is irrelevant.
Okay.
It is how effective of a fighter you are. There are people that they may not be as athletic, no matter what your specific definition of it is, but they're highly effective. They use the skills to overcome it. And people are more athletic at different times in their career. So you have Terence Crawford, who probably at 23 was more athletic than he is at 35. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was more athletic at 22 than he was at 37. You know, all of those things change in those moves. All of those things change in those moves. I would say don't even care. Don't even focus on it. Focus on how effective they are at what they do, because that's what really counts. That's what really counts. You know, you can be as fast as you want, punch as hard as you want, but if somebody doesn't allow you to hit them, what difference does it make how hard you hit? If you have really fast feet, but this Mexican dude keeps cutting the ring off on you, and everywhere you go he is, because he's using angles on you, what difference does that make? You know what I mean? All of these guys to a certain extent are athletic. Otherwise, they wouldn't.
No. And I agree with you, but I think I found the answer. And I basically probably just found it in a different way. Long story short, it's like this. You know, Kobe, you know, when he first came into the league, he was dunking. He even won a slam dunk contest. Sorry to talk about basketball, my bad. But basically what I'm saying is, as he, you know, went further on into his career, he developed the jump shot, fadeaway or whatnot, because his athleticism was declining. Long story short, basically now I feel like that was his explosiveness, because of course he was still the great player, but he just wasn't as explosive. So basically I feel like now athleticism determines how explosive you are. Am I right? Or I mean, not right, but how does that sound to you guys?
If that makes sense to you,
okay,
then that's
cool, bro.
right.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I feel that.
At the end of the day, if it makes sense to you,
right,
and it is something that you can see on a consistent basis,
right,
and the outcome is consistent, like, okay, that's how I see it, and it happens.
Right.
That is okay. That's cool. Right. So for before we move on to the next point, that's what I tell. Like I watch people that talk about boxing, and they talk about it from a very, very technical standpoint. They talk about the pivots, they talk about this, that, and the other. But there are people that will watch the same thing, that have watched the same thing for years. They don't use that terminology, but yet they can still tell you very well what's going to happen in a fight.
Right.
Because the way that they process what they see is different, but it's still effective. Right. You know what I mean? Like that's a very old school phrase. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to analyze and come to a correct a correct answer. There's more than one way to answer a math problem. Like if you had math classes where a teacher always tells you to show the proof of how you came to the answer, some people can just come to the answer, but they may not do it the way that you do it. They either do it really long or they got a better shortcut to it. You know?
No, I agree, and I also agree with what you said, and that kind of makes more sense, that it's different levels or different types of athleticism. That's why they're also considered athletes, because they're also athletic, just like a NASCAR driver is considered an athlete because he's, I guess, athletic. But long story short, I guess, you know, just in the lane of boxing, I just, you know, I would judge it off explosiveness, you know. So that'll be my take on it, though, man. I appreciate y'all for, you know, giving me the platform, or, you know, even letting me speak on that. So that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Hey, real quick, Kermit Williams in that Cash App, brother. Thank you, that man with the big yellow on that mug. Actually, huge orange in that mug. Thank you very, very much, brother. Didn't even leave a comment, man. Thank you for that support. And my man King Judah said, Fanon, can I get a link? Just put it in there for you, brother. Just put it back in there for you.
Thank you, Timothy Stoudemire. Just saying salute to the panel. It was a super chat.
Hey, a quick one.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Timothy Stoudemire, brother. And let me get them gongs for you, too. Oh, thank you so much, man. Sorry about that.
Hey, yo, this is a quick one, though. Do you feel like just because I follow certain boxers that I would be labeled a casual? Do you have to follow the
casual,
whole?
Man. You're not casual.
Yeah, I hate that term casual.
You're not a casual. You're not. Casual, dude. Like, first of all, fuck all these dudes because they use that shit as an insult. And I mean it. You're not casual about anything that you consistently do. There's nothing casual about it. I see you all the time, Soda Black, talking about boxing. Even if you watch 5 fighters and you watch these guys every day, there's nothing casual about that. The only word that people use that word as an insult to say that they don't agree with you or you don't know a lot about boxing. But I'm telling you, there is nobody that you cannot, and I promise this, dude, and that's why, I promise you, if somebody is very, very, very technical about the sport of boxing, they may not know shit about the contracts. If they know about the business side of it, they very well may not know anything about the rankings. If they know the rankings and they know and they may not know anything about, what a matchmaker does or be able to tell you really who's going to win fights. That's just an insult, man. And you should just ignore it, bro. No joke. You should just ignore it, man.
No, I never recall when I just,
man, because we got a lot of cats on the panel, Soda Black.
Yeah, a casual is when somebody walks in the room and say, "Oh, it's a fight on. Who's this?" You know what I'm saying?
The bar should be a lot higher. If anybody isn't making money as a direct result to their work in boxing, this just in. I guess we're all casuals. If you're a trainer or a nutritionist or something like that, then you're not a casual. You're considered a professional. All right, so
what's going on? Hold on, man. Let's. We got. It's about all we can let on this panel because this is going to get unruly in a second. What's going on, Southern T Boxing in the building? What's going on, brother?
What's good for now? I just wanted to highlight you real quick. When I ain't gonna be here too much, I just wanted to highlight you, say salute. I just wanted to catch one of your panels. I had never been inside your house. I wanted to come inside your house, knock some shit around a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what's up, man.
I appreciate you letting me use your panel, OG. Shout out to Fanon, man. Fanon, one of the first dude that helped kick my channel off. It's a good dude right here. Y'all stick with brother Fanon. He gonna take care of y'all, man. I appreciate you, Fanon.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, Southern T Boxing is a good dude, man. This shit's growing, man, and doing his thing. Holiday in the building. What's good?
Hey, what's happening, Fanon?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Oh, I feel fantastic. Look at this beautiful hat, fellas. You guys don't know nothing about this.
Is that the Raiders?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Nothing.
See what time it is over here. Yeah.
What's that?
Bear down. Y'all know it. Chicago Bears. That's all I know about, man. It is.
Where are we, man?
All right.
Who? Oh, you talking about? Is that who's speaking? I didn't know who was speaking.
That was me, Outlaw.
Who?
Outlaw.
Oh, okay. You know what? Yo, your mouth is behind. It's running a little bit behind on my screen, so you're talking. But I don't see your mouth moving. Okay.
Hold on, let me turn this up.
Yo, can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you on, King Judah?
Well, I was listening to the guy, y'all was talking about the cold casual statement. I agree with you that a lot of people get labeled casual when somebody, don't agree with them or they not supporting their point of view. But I mean, I feel like the brother not a casual because I believe this: if you have enough, if you have enough awareness to say that you may be a casual, you don't know everything. I don't call you a casual. I just think you're a hardcore fan and training. Because what he was doing was he was coming in trying to learn from guys who knew more, so he can know more. So I don't consider you a casual if you actually coming in and you trying to listen and learn. I don't consider you a casual.
Chillville funny. Chillville said, "Make a long story short and let's talk about some boxing." Who y'all got in the fight tonight, man? All right, let's see.
I don't know, man. I think
you. Let's do it in a circle, brother. So like, Starborn, we'll go counterclockwise. Gotcha. That would be like from King to King Judah to Holiday to Outlaw to that nigga in the corner over there with that name I ain't saying. To Starborn, and then we'll reverse it. So go ahead, man. Who you got in this fight tonight, man?
Usyk and Joshua.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about King Judah. It's going to King Judah. And then come on.
All right, man. I'm taking Joshua tonight, and it's not because I think Usyk isn't good. We all know Usyk is the real deal. We know what he brings to the table, but I just think that tonight, Joshua has to win tonight. This is a must-win for Joshua. Anthony Joshua will never be considered in the top upper echelon of heavyweights ever again. So this is like a must-win for him, and I believe he's going to pull it off because I think the last fight, man, it was mostly him being
over muscular and kind of slow more than him not having the skill. And by Usyk putting on more muscle, I think he's going to slow down just enough for Joshua to keep up. And I'm looking for Joshua to turn this into a trilogy.
Yeah, what's your prediction?
I think it's going to be. I'm not going to say a KO. I never predict KOs. I'm not that guy, bro. So I think Joshua can possibly pull off a decision. You know, I think he can.
Fair enough. Holiday.
I just think Usyk.
I'm sorry. Soda Black said, much love and respect, Bomb Squad. Yes, sir, bro. And by the way, just the last thing on that issue, Soda Black. I don't watch none of them little midget niggas fight. So don't worry about how you fight. Don't nobody watch all of boxing, man. I'm telling you, these dudes ain't really watching no cruiserweights or no 105-pound dudes off there in Japan. These cats ain't watching those fights. They acting like they watching those fights, but they're not really watching them because they're not even televised fights. So how you watching a fight that ain't even televised? You know what I mean? They act like they know. Ioka is a. How you watch the fight when it ain't televised, man? You know what I mean? Don't worry about that stuff, man. But much love. Go ahead there, Holiday.
Yeah, I think Usyk's going to win. I don't necessarily. There was a conversation somebody was having with Joshua, and they said, "Hey, are you in shape?" And he answered the question like this. He goes, "I don't know yet. We'll find out in the ring." That just doesn't say a whole lot to me. I never really thought, he's a big guy. He showed some boxing skill against Ruiz, a guy that he was, I think, 6 or 7 inches bigger than. But ultimately, I think Usyk's a better boxer, and I think he has his number. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in Joshua. I think they should just go ahead. He may even get stopped tonight. I just see something like that happening. He should just end his career and just sacrifice himself to Wilder and call it a day. Let's eat, because I just don't think he wants to box, and I don't see a whole lot out of him. You see that look. You ever watch a fight and in about 4th or 5th round, the fighters have that look like, damn, I wish I was somewhere else. This guy's in my ass. He has that look in his eye already. And I just don't have a lot of confidence in him. Joshua, yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in him. I think he's going to get stopped tonight. If not, it's going to be a one-sided victory for Usyk.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I got to agree with Holiday. I feel like my problem with Joshua has always been, I think, his heart. I think he's been the type to rely off of his size and strength. And I don't think he's ever going to be in a dog fight where he comes out on top. You know what I mean? I feel like it's easy to see him retreat and run if it's not going his way. And I feel like Usyk is going to kind of demoralize him by the 8th or 9th round, and he's going to kind of give up. And I think it's going to be a one-sided fight.
Oh, shoot. Well, I guess it's on the
Proud black man in the corner.
I'm going to have to roll with Usyk on this one. I watched the weigh-in. I watched everything else. Looking at the trainers, there's not much Joshua's going to change from this fight. I don't know what he can change stylistically, mentally. I just think that this is a bad stylistic matchup for Joshua, and I think that Eddie Hearn is just selling the farm right now. So let me get Usyk.
I got Joshua, man. I got Joshua. He don't look confident, though. I don't like how he look, man. But I'm put it like this. I'm hoping Joshua, because I'm still hoping Wilder could get a piece of him. So yeah. I'm hoping he win, but I'm not too confident in it.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because my thing is,
I'm just curious. I'm gonna say this, man. I know I had my turn. I just say this real quick, but I'm just curious. Everybody, they want to see Wilder get a piece of Joshua. Why aren't any of you guys calling for Wilder to get a piece of Usyk? Should Usyk win? It seems like y'all don't want that.
It wasn't the mega fight that everybody wanted.
But Usyk would then prove that he's the best heavyweight. So why wouldn't you want to see Wilder?
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's because we've been wanting that Joshua Wilder fight at that point. You know what I'm saying? And we hate that it didn't come to that mega fight. That's my thing.
Yeah, that was something that was a delayed pleasure fight for us. We all were asking for it. And then Eddie Hearn, he dropped the ball heavily on it. To be honest with you, with the negotiations and the terms that he presented forth, it was a fight we all demanded, but he high key, he just lowballed on everything.
Yep.
He made such a bad offer and everything. Like comparable worse than Devin Haney accepted. Comparably worse.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, what do you want? A man has to stand on some kind of principles.
Yep.
My prediction for AJ and Usyk is I got Usyk by this. I think Usyk could knock him out. If it goes the distance, I can see a robbery. Because I mean, man, the thing, and it goes right into King Judah's question. Because God, how can I say this, man? Like, it's just hard for me to conceive that this dude they're gonna let that money flush down that toilet like that. Because that flushes all that money down that toilet, man. Like because nobody's really interested in Usyk versus Fury. Because if they win, that's the fight is Usyk and Fury. It goes to Usyk and Fury for undisputed. And it doesn't go to Usyk to Wilder. I think if AJ loses, then the logical fight is AJ and Wilder, because that's big even in a non-title way, just to kind of wrap that up. But
they'll give that the vacant WBC championship.
Yes, sir.
I think they'll do that.
Well, my man Avery Adams has said Wilder a cruiserweight. Nah, man, he's never gonna be a cruiserweight, man. Much love in that super chat. He's not a cruiserweight, man. He's not a cruiserweight. He's over 200. He's consistently over 200 pounds, man. He's not weighing at 200. He'd have to drain himself to get to 200.
That man,
he's 20 pounds bigger than that. He's a 215. He weighs 215 to 220.
Yeah, that man.
Salute just the fan.
And Just a Fan says, salute Terry and the panel. Yes, sir. Especially former peasant Haney.
Wait, what? You said peasant? Did you say peasant?
That's what it says. Ain't that what it says underneath his name? Former peasant Haney?
Wow. Oh, Fanon, I got, okay.
No, you're wrong.
I see you, Fanon.
That's wrong, Fanon, to put that former peasant Haney.
I see Fanon now.
About the great Lord.
I want y'all to know this happened in real time. So go back to this stream and y'all can see.
All right, that changed it. Lord.
No, I'm just joking. I'm it's all comical. It's all love. It's all love.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, I got that feature because somebody said inside the square circle, King Judah, the circle was misspelled. So I went in there, I corrected your circle. And then I was like, man, let me mess with this dude and put Lord Peasant Haney in. Something like that.
I got a question to ask you guys, right? I was thinking about the fight between Crawford and Spence, whether would it happen and then what would happen after that. And I know I'm a Bud fan, but I hear both of them talking up the move up to 154 after or if they can't get the fight. Do you think even them guys could beat Charlo? Because I'm looking, I think Charlo might knock both of them out.
To me personally, I think Charlo actually admitted that if Errol does move up to 154, and while he does remain king as undisputed at 154, he did say that he would Charlo said that he would drop 2 belts so Errol can pick them up so they both can reign unified. So I don't think that, and plus they are bros, and plus Jermall, I think he said on several interviews that he wouldn't want to fight his own stablemate. But I mean, they both can reign supreme at 154 as unified. I mean, that's what he wants. Like, even though the money could definitely be there, I don't think it's going to be on Jermell's side to accept that.
What I think is with Jermall, that they built different mentally. Like Errol Spence will fight anybody. With the money's right, he'll fight anybody. But I think with Jermall, it's a mental thing where he doesn't want to fight somebody that he actually likes. Like a friend. Like a friend or a family member, and I agree with him. I mean, if that's the way your mind is made up mentally, don't fight Errol Spence, because Errol Spence won't take it easy on you. If you pulling back punches, you're gonna be in trouble against Errol Spence because he's not pulling back punches.
I agree with that. I think it's also, I think he know what Earl got, and don't necessarily want to take that type of, that type of challenge, especially being in the gym with him all the time. I remember them talking back and forth about who get the best of who, in sparring, and Earl got that kind of mentality where, listen, isn't he the big fish? There's nobody bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I honestly think he has a mental edge over Charlo.
So you think he could beat Charlo?
Charlo already said in one of those interviews that Errol was the hardest punch that he took, and that was in sparring.
Right.
He already admitted that.
He always kind of downplays whenever that. He always says, "Nah, I wouldn't want to fight him." Earl's like, man, if it can make or break our legacy, and we can make $100 million, let's do it. He like, man, look. Earl has a different.
I do it. Shoot, you can call my little brother. I tell him like, dude, we're gonna do it just like it was before when we were little. We're gonna walk away with bags full of money, and we know what the results are. We can take care of the family, future generations, children beyond children. Like, what the legacy can come from that kind of fight, though.
Charlo, a knockout artist, man. I got him. If he's serious about fighting, he's the same as Bud and them, but he's bigger than them. He's bigger and he's taller than both of them.
He doesn't have a defense, though. He doesn't have a defense of Errol, Spence, or Bud, man. I like Charlo. I love Charlo. But when you watch Charlo, he gets hit more than an Errol Spence would. Like, you watch his fights. A lot of the fights that he in, those guys are in there with Charlo until he knocks them out. Charlo doesn't dominate anybody.
I think it's in between the ears for him. Like, he gets so emotional. I think that could be his detriment sometimes.
Yeah. Y'all might be right, man. I kind of look at it as he's like them, but he's bigger.
Also, remember, fundamentally sound fighters like a Tony Harrison can definitely give him fits. Fundamentally sound.
Tony Harrison could give anybody fits. That's not nothing. If he fight his best fight, he could give anybody he fights fits and get a dub. I mean, he's tough. Like he's Tony Harrison tough. What you think, Fanon?
Well, first let me get to my man Mike Kirkland. Said good one, Fanon. Didn't even notice. Yeah, because I did it during this time. When there is a super chat up, it disappears. Like the names disappear, so I can slip it in there right on you. And Timothy, so much love in that super chat. And Timothy Steinmeier said Bud and Spence beat Charlo. And my man, what's going Ramen Turner in the building, or over here Motorsports said AJ fought Usyk on short notice last fight. Man, he knew he was going to be fighting that dude for a year. He knew that he was coming. Much love in that Cash App, bro, because they've been, man, trust me, Usyk, he knew he was going to have to fight Usyk. Usyk is just like that, man. But as far as Charlo, man, Charlo too big for Bud, man. Bud gonna get stopped. That's what I think. I think he's too big. Like Errol, like Bud and Errol are looking pretty much eye to eye. Errol and Jermall Charlo are not seeing eye to eye. That's a big ass dude. Like Jermall Charlo is somebody that if he is not really, really on like his diet, if he's not on his, man, that dude could easily be at 160. May be able to fight at 168. That's a big ass dude, and he's very, very aggressive. And I don't know whether or not Bud's power is really going to carry up to 154 pounds like that against a live dog. And that dude is a dog. I mean, he's a dog. That dude is a dog. That's a hard ass dude, and who's got very big power. And I think he's probably got better power than Bud or Errol have. Yeah. So if those dudes are sitting there taking shots, I would not recommend taking no clean shot from Jermall Charlo, because Jermall Charlo is sleeping pounds. He's sleeping dudes, man. And so that's a big dude, man. It's a big dude.
That was a fake body knockout for Rosario. That was a fake body knockout. Remember when people were saying that Jermall Charlo knockout to the body was fake?
Yeah, when he sent him into them convulsions, and
everybody thought that he was acting and everything.
Yeah, another thing,
man. A lot of people. I mean, maybe Errol because of the style. Bud, I think Bud should probably just not get cute, and that's probably not the dude, because he's so much bigger than Terence. Dude, he's got a longer reach than Terence. Hits harder than Terence. He's very, very aggressive. Don't think I just don't know, man. Like, and he's not somebody that's at the tail end of his career. And I still maintain, man, that that's one of the things that I'm watching for Bud, because I've seen that with other fighters where these guys are where they're beating guys and looking really good against guys like that are at the end, of their career, right? Or like Manny Pacquiao did with like Lucas Matisse, and then he beats Keith Thurman coming off of a long layoff, and then all of a sudden, he beats Adrian Bronner, and he looks really, really good, and everybody's like, yeah. But then he gets in there with Ugas, and Ugas ain't coming up. Ugas is still very, very sharp. He's not, and he fights a fight where he dominates the dude. I think with Bud, that's, if I was pointing to the things that worry me about Errol with Bud, it is Bud catching him with one of them little short hooks or something like that, or on the inside and wobbling him. For looking at Terence, I'm looking at the fact that, dude, we can talk about we can say, okay, yeah, he got Sean Porter out of there quicker, he got Kell Brook out of there, but look at the guys that he fought. He beat Sean Porter 3 years or 2.5 years after Errol beat him. That's a lot. I mean, that's 2.5. That's him going from fighting in his from when he's 30 to fighting when he's 34. That's a long time, man, for that between those two fights. Also, Kell Brook, he knocked out Kell Brook easier, but Kell Brook, that was 7. What did he do? 5 years or 6 years after the point? I'm not taking anything from the Amir Khan win. I'm not taking anything from that Amir Khan win. I'm not taking anything from that Jose Benavidez fight or Jeff Horn fight. Those guys are all dudes that are just
Sean Porter. Come on, you can't take Sean Porter.
For just to clarify for you, Errol Spence beat Kell Brook 7 years ago, so it has been 7+ years.
Yeah, he beat him 7 years ago. Sean Porter, he beat Sean Porter 2 years before that.
Man,
Sean Porter was still excellent, bro. Sean Porter was still excellent.
No,
Sean Porter came into the fight long, regardless.
Nah, dude. Sean Porter's last fight, which was a year before that, he looked like shit in his last fight. The last fight before he fought Terence Crawford, he looked like shit. He did not have a good promotion.
You mean against Sebastian Formella?
Yeah, he looked like shit. He looked like shit against him. He won the fight, but he didn't look particularly. He didn't look good to me.
I think he dropped Formella once. He dropped him once, I think.
Did he?
He also said, regardless of if he won the Terence Crawford fight, he came in knowing that was going to be his last fight. He already came in that fight.
These dudes were coming off layoffs or contemplating retirement. That's why I don't know why we dance around that fact that Terence Crawford's last few opponents, they were either coming off long layoffs or contemplating retirement. You can't dance over that. None of these guys were 100% in boxing, and none of these guys were in their primes, period.
Sean Porter.
He was out of his prime. Yeah, 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Not wasn't no 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Once you step in that ring, he was throwing haymakers. He was trying to win, bro. That man was jabbing. That man fought.
Let me ask you a question then. So what about Lamont Peterson and Errol Spence?
What
Lamont was trying to win.
What about Lamont Peterson and Errol Spence?
What you mean, what about them?
So Errol Spence Jr. beat a prime Lamont Peterson?
No.
What was the age difference? Was it the age? What was the age of the
Lamont's prime was when he was in the 140.
I'm asking you, what was the age difference?
I'm just saying Sean Porter was past it, man, when he fought Errol.
Yeah,
Lamont said he didn't even prepare right.
The same age, him and Porter, him and Bud.
Yeah, but he already got him but he got beat up by the shit, dude. He took a lot of punishment against Errol Spence Jr., man.
But he gave a lot of punishment.
Yeah, Sean Porter got robbed by Errol Spence.
You don't take the punishment that you give into the ring with you. You take the punishment that you received into the ring.
No, I'm saying this, right? I'm not trying to take nothing away from Spence, man. But y'all trying to take away from Bud win, man. He won.
No, I'm just saying it's a concern to me. It may not mean anything.
Did you see what happened? He thought he was winning big, and somebody told him in that 10th round, "Yo, you might be losing." And he said, "What? I'm winning big. I thought he might be losing." And then he went out there in a minute and knocked him out. He ain't playing no games. Did you see that 10th round? They said he was.
Nah, yeah, I saw his dad. Yeah, I saw his dad throwing the towel prematurely. Is what I saw.
No, I'm just saying though.
What? Wait, what?
Hey, hold on, real
That's what
quick.
happened.
Stone Alone in the building said, top of the morning panel. I'm late, but I'm here. Thank you for that support, brother. And again, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat and the Cash App. It really does mean a lot. Thank y'all for y'all ongoing support, brother, today. Thank y'all very much. It means a lot, man. Thank you.
Just give him his credit for that win. That's all we saying, man. Don't take away from his win, man. He did it in impressive fashion.
Bro, why would I give him credit if his last 4 or 5 opponents were all either coming off long layoffs or? I'm talking about Porter. Yeah, right about the other one. To focus on the last guy. I'm gonna look at what led up to the last guy, and I see a pattern there. I see a pattern of guys coming off layoffs and guys contemplating retirement. Even before that, you got Benavidez got shot in the leg before he fought him. Gamboa was coming off the layoff. He has a pattern. Bud has a pattern of fighting guys when they're in their weakness. Let's not dance around it. Errol Spence is at the height of his career, basically stronger than ever, and we see Bud tiptoeing and no contract has been signed.
No, you don't know that. Let's stop with the contract talk,
man. Errol fighting gatekeepers. Errol fighting journeymen and gatekeepers.
Ugas is a gatekeeper?
Errol never took a tune-up in his life. How you gonna say he fighting?
Spence putting in his work. Spence is putting in his work. We ain't taking nothing from him. I like him. He don't take no tune-ups like Loma, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh, no, it ain't a whole nother conversation.
I wish Loma was like him. That's a whole nother story, though.
We're gonna have that conversation right now.
We looking for
Lomo. Hold on one second, man. Hold on one second.
Looking for Nod.
Oh, you know I'm jumping on that one, brother. I'm jumping on that one right now. I'm jumping on. What's going on, Jim? In the building.
What's going on? Yeah, y'all. You know you're talking that Bud talk. I gotta tune in every time y'all mention my man.
Hey, stay dangerous in the building. Hey, hold on real quick. And stay dangerous in the building, man. You gotta turn that. You're in that car, so that is a lot of sound, brother. Like that's a lot of air going through your phone. And who else jumping on? Ramin in the building. Motorsports is Ramin, just so you know. And I think, man, it's about it we can do on this panel. T-boxing spot. Yeah, your thing's not coming up, bro, so I got to kick you from the studio. But, yeah, man, I'm sorry, 007. I'm gonna speak my mind on this, and I'm going to let y'all roll on this. Look, man, Lomachenko is specifically coming to whoop up on Devin. Specifically. He's specifically coming to whoop up on Devin.
He's coming to get whooped by Devin. That's what's going to happen. He's like a
specifically coming to whoop up on Devin.
Listen, he's like a moth to the flame. Devin got them belts, and Loma's like a moth to the flame. He coming to get whooped by Devin.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's looking for tune-ups. As we know,
hold on, man. See, let's get rid of this tune-up thing real quick. All right. When is Devin fighting?
He's fighting Jermaine Ortiz.
Hold on. Hey, Starborn.
Yes.
When is somebody got a lot of feedback, man? Can y'all hit the mic? Just understand something. Let me ask you something seriously. When is Devin fighting?
We know. October
15th, right?
Correct.
Or 16th. I'm sorry. October 16th on a tennis court, right? So he's gonna be out there on a tennis court fighting October 16th.
Whoa. We do the tennis court, and I know you like to say don't fill up arenas. I know, but now
he'll be fighting. They're gonna take down the goal. They're gonna take down the post on that tennis court, and they're gonna have about 18. They're gonna have 17,000 people watching him.
Hey, we're gonna take that $3 million. We're gonna take that $3 million. Ain't true.
I mean, after already selling out Melbourne Stadium. After we already sold out Melbourne.
Let me cut to it. Let me cut to it though. So he's gonna be fighting on October 15th. Lomachenko is supposed to be fighting somebody 2 weeks later on the 29th. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why should Lomachenko not fight on the 29th when Devin already has a fight on the 15th?
Exactly.
Well, if you putting it like that, once we said, I'm saying this, we know as of right now the fight. It is what it is. But Loma hiding out in Ukraine, hiding,
Hold on, man. He's hiding in a war zone. He's hiding in a war zone.
Doing Lance Armstrong cycles on PEDs.
He's doing this
in a war zone. You're saying
Hey.
he's hiding out in a. That is the dumbest dude in the world.
What I don't understand isn't Deontay Wilder and supposed to be trying to fight on the 15th of October as well?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask something?
I don't agree to that.
So what you
Hold
trying
on,
to
let
say?
me stay on Starboard.
Two different networks.
Pause.
Y'all trying to be
Pause.
fun-
Let me.
Y'all what y'all trying to say?
Wait, Fanon.
Excuse me. It's just going to take me a second if you let me finish this. Just please. Just let me get this body real quick, and then I'll be done. I don't want to. This surgery should not take long, okay? So, 007, you know that Devin Haney has a fight on October 15th, correct?
Correct.
16th.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
he's not available to fight Lomachenko, correct?
As of not, no.
So he can't even fight him. So Lomachenko, do you think Lomachenko believes that Kambosos is going to win that fight? Is that reasonable? No.
You know Kambosos not going to win that fight. You know Kambosos not going to win that fight.
As soon as he can fight him is round win. When would you say the soonest that fight between the two of those guys can happen?
What? May? Next year.
Like May.
March, April, May. March,
February,
May.
March.
So since we know that fight can't happen to May, why shouldn't he be? Why would he be ducking Devin or running from Devin by taking a fight in the same time that Devin is fighting?
Meaning this. He could have wiggled his way out to make that fight earlier before he had to.
If he would have done that, if he had not gone there for the war, Devin wouldn't have any belts because it was Lomachenko's fight originally with Kambosos. Lomachenko gave up the fight.
Devin Haney would have never got an opportunity.
Oh yeah, so Lomachenko ducked Kambosos. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah, okay. Now Loma ducked that trash can. Come on, man.
How does he come off a loss and get that number one
I
spot?
ain't gonna lie. I think Kambosos would have beat. I think he'd have beat Lomo or gave him a good fight. I think he'd beat Lomo.
Loma would have hit Kambosos ass 2,000 times, man.
No, look.
What I wanted to say.
Why y'all think this Lomo guy's so great? Why?
No, let me ask a better question. Why does he get so many passes? Like, why does he get a pass for fighting this trash ass dude? Usyk not fighting no tune-up. And just because Fanon he's not fighting Devin immediately doesn't mean he couldn't still be in negotiations, even if Devin does have a fight. But none of that is
has
going
the fight
on.
done. That negotiation's already
that
negotiation's already done. The Lomachenko fight was agreed by Devin. Hold on. The Lomachenko fight was agreed by Devin Haney before he fought George Kambosos the first time. Devin knows he's fighting Lomachenko, knows when he's fighting Lomachenko, and he knew it before he fought Kambosos. He already knew it.
How does he know when he fighting Lomachenko?
Because it's in the contract.
They're not talking about fighting.
It's in the contract.
It's in the contract. It's in the contract for 3 fights. Like if Devin wants to vacate these belts right now.
Let me tell you what they said. They said that from the very beginning that Lomachenko was stepping aside to go because he was going to fight Kambosos. He stepped aside, and the same money that they had for the George Kambosos Lomachenko fight, they gave to Devin. That's why Devin had to sign with Top Rank, because the Top Rank deal had already been in place with George Kambosos. So Devin came in and he signed a 3-fight deal, and it's going to be this: he's going to fight George Kambosos once. If he wins, one or two things was going to happen. He's going to stay at 135. And if he stays at 135, he has to do a rematch. And then the third fight was either against Lomachenko or he's going to 140. The reason it's with Lomachenko is because Lomachenko originally had the fight. Everybody knows that he's fighting Lomachenko, including Devin. So any kind of conversation about Lomachenko doing anything other than having a war, which is really, really unfair. And I mean this with y'all Devin fans. Y'all got to can that shit. This man literally is going, hold on, let me finish. This dude is literally going somewhere where motherfuckers' heads are getting blown the fuck off their heads. They are murdering motherfuckers out there in Ukraine, bro. That ain't no soft touch shit. They are dying in that bitch.
And where Lomo at? Where he at on the
and
whole subject?
Lomachenko joined the military. And he went wherever the military took him to go.
He
Why
ain't going no
bro. You guys, let me say something.
Come on, man.
Oh, he ain't going no damn military.
He is.
Now, why we not talking about? Listen, why we not talking about the fact that if Devin gets to fight with Lomachenko,
But still, Lomachenko in any kind of harm's way. They had Lomachenko go over there for support, bro.
Man, y'all, no. You guys can't fuck around with war. You don't have it. You don't get to fuck around with war.
We not fucking around. I'm not fucking around with war, but it's not like this nigga was out here shooting niggas and getting shot at.
I'm gonna stop. Hey, I'm sorry. I will talk over if I got to talk over. This man had that fight with undisputed or not. He had that fight agreed to. Vladimir Putin started dropping fucking bombs on Kiev. Real fucking bombs. Real fucking soldiers. Real deaths. No, you cannot sit up and say that this man just went over for a fucking picnic to duck heaven, to duck Haney. Come on, man. Somebody's fucking country's at war, and you're gonna reduce that shit to reduce.
No,
that
I didn't know.
Not you, but you're not gonna just reduce that shit, or nobody's just gonna reduce that shit to he did it to duck Devin.
That's the only reason I agree with Fanon. I gotta agree with Fanon because that's what happened when it came to Gary. It came with Gary Anton Russell. Gary Anton Russell when he fought Victor Postol. Literally right after that fight, Victor Postol, he didn't even go to medical. He didn't even go to the hospital. He went and caught a private plane back to Ukraine, and that was confirmed. So
I can agree with that too. I'm not big on.
To be fair to people, you cannot brush off the death of their mother.
Yeah.
You can't brush off the death of their father. You can't brush off a fucking military invading their country where their family lives.
100% facts.
He got cousins. He's got. I don't know if he's got kids. He's got a daddy. He's got uncles. He's got friends. He's got people on his Olympic team. You cannot dismiss this man being in the Ukraine for when the shit is bombs getting dropped. You can't. And by the way, look. And by the way, hold on. And by the way, the same Devin Haney fan, and this is where I'm telling y'all do this shit. Not anybody on this panel. The same ones when Lomachenko acted like he was going to fight Devin, same cats criticizing him for, you're not going to go to war? So which one is it? He needs to go to war to defend his country, but if you go to war, you're ducking Devin to go run in the fuck to get anywhere near a goddamn tank? I mean, come on, man.
And this man wasn't not on no front line. He was not fighting.
How do you know where he was?
That's not the point.
Hold on. Stop. He wasn't on. First of all,
the reason I'm saying that, Fanon, is because if he was doing any kind of getting active, do you think as a man, you just being a man, you will be able mentally to prepare yourself for a fucking fight after going through all that? That is a lot of stuff.
It might be easier.
The answer to that question
that's true. Yeah.
The answer to that question is this. The answer to the question is this. I ain't talking no shit about nobody whose country is getting invaded by fucking Russia, and you know in the middle of it. I don't know if he's on the front line. You ain't got to be on the front line to have a building blown the fuck up. You think they ain't got missiles? They don't need no fucking front line. Then you get your shit blown up with a missile. I'm not fucking with nobody that goes to Iraq. I'm not fucking with nobody that is going to serve, that is in the middle of any fucking war. That man is in the middle of a war. And you get to think for a second that he would choose to go into the middle of a fucking war zone. The whole country's a fucking war zone. And he would be willing to go to a war zone to duck Devin Haney? Man, come on, man. That shit shouldn't even be mentioned.
Ain't that much ducking in the world.
Let me speak on that because
ain't that much ducking in the fucking world.
This don't make sense, but why are we having this conversation, bro? Lomachenko didn't duck this man if he had a war going on. That's something stupid to talk about, to be honest with you. Like, why are we even saying that? But what I really want to talk about is if Devin Haney gets Lomachenko and beats him, while he's already undisputed, where does that leave your boy Tank? Being that he's not undisputed, he hasn't fought anybody like Lomachenko. He could have fought Lomachenko. He didn't want the smoke. Devin Haney would have been undisputed and beat Lomachenko.
A 90, he'll leave him right where he is with a 90-10 split over any of them niggas and them begging him for a fight.
Oh, so
that's
it's all about the okay. I understand the money.
Yeah, it's about the popularity.
Hey, real quick, and I won't talk anymore because let me get these two subjects. I'll let y'all swim on that. But hey, Timothy Stodman, I said King Judah came to your live, could not super chat. Just letting you know, man. Are you monetized yet, King Judah?
No, I'm not monetized.
Yeah, that. Oh shit, hold on. That's why you can't super chat. He has to be monetized. But you can Cash App him. If somebody's not monetized, you just got to get a Cash App, and then you can support him through Cash App. You can support him through Venmo. You can support him through something like that. But until he gets 2,000 subscribers and a certain number of watch hours and gets monetized, the feature of that is not going to be available to him. John Boy said, bro, they don't need to take the tennis nets off the courts. They only need half a court. And that's fucked up. Much love to that super chat to John Boy. And then my man Anthony Forbes said, he said, Devin Haney fans be talking crazy. Loma ain't no joke. Loma to the war is ducking. What? I mean, that's just you can't even allow that to be said, bro. That takes it past that takes it way too far. Well, Timothy Stoudemire said
A+. Is the damn Ukrainian guy, then, if that's the case.
Let me say, he was in that motherfucker too. A+ elite boxing talk. Appreciate it, fellas. And my man, keep up with BT said these Devin Haney fans are crazy. So the Ukraine and Russia staged the war for Loma to duck Devin. I mean, it's just should never be said, bro. That shit is just good. That's just should never be said.
You saying that?
Hold on, Kentrell Elder. You guys gonna have your chance to go without me yelling over y'all or jumping in that. Trust me. Kentrell Elder said, Fanon, you're only missing Aki on this Devin fan panel. Hey, I don't know who he is, man. You talking about the YouTube channel? Much love. Hey, so much love to everybody in that super chat. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for supporting. But any conversation other, and because seriously, I mean, I really mean that, man, because there are really like combat vets in here. Like there are people who are out here who are combat vets, dudes that are really in the military. So I would appreciate if we did not take that angle on it, because I just think that is a little bit beyond boxing. It's a war zone. But go ahead, man. And I'm gonna give it to my dude. Hold on one second. Stay dangerous. So go ahead, man. Make your point. Stay dangerous, because I did talk over you a lot.
All I was saying is, I understand that he's in war, and that's something you can't take lightly at all. But my thing is, if it was as serious for Lomachenko as we're imagining it to be, I don't think he would have came back and took a fight, period, that fast. Usyk came back and he's fighting AJ. Like I'm not saying Devin has a fight, so yeah, I could take a fight too. I'm not saying that's wrong. What I'm saying is we give this man too many passes, man. This man ducked this man on multiple occasions. Like Lomachenko is one of the only fighters that gets like a pass like that. Like, for one, I don't even see how he's still in the contendership to be fighting for these damn belts after he done got his ass.
Agreed.
Like, there's other guys that can be fighting. I'm just not totally understanding of how he's still in this position and doesn't get criticized for the weak ass moves he be making. Like, I'm in it for purely boxing. Him going to defend his country, that's respectable. I'm just here for boxing. That's it. Like, I don't know the man as a man. I'm not gonna disrespect him as a man, but he did duck that man. He did duck Devin. Like, I mean,
he never ducked Devin.
He never ducked Devin.
Never ducked Devin. He went for Teal. He went for Teal for undisputed.
If he didn't duck Devin,
that's not a duck.
Never ducked Jermall Charlo.
If he ducked Devin, he did. If he ducked Devin,
I'll tell you why. Nah, that's a different scenario.
If he ducked Devin, he did it very subliminal.
Lomachenko never got a $45 million. Lomachenko never got a $45 million offer to fight.
But what does that have to do with you petitioning not to fight the man?
He didn't petition not to fight the man.
Well, according to the WBC, I was talking to the WBC. They said Lomachenko and his team is lying. They will. He's
No,
lying.
what he said was they petitioned for the WBC franchise belt. He did, but Devin
So he
wasn't
could fight Tio.
But Devin wasn't the mandatory. They never ordered the mandatory. Devin was never the mandatory.
Oh my God,
he wasn't. Can you tell me when they named Devin Haney the mandatory for Lomachenko?
You being serious right now?
Yes, I'm dead serious. He was never the mandatory.
Wait, let me ask you this: Did you saying this situation with Canelo and Jermall is different from the situation?
Yes, very.
Way different.
Okay.
Because
well,
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why it's different. Number one, he didn't fight him at 154. When they were both at 154, he didn't fight him. He didn't fight him at 160, even though 160 he did get the franchise belt, and Jermall was moved up. That scenario is the same. But at 168, the PBC offered Canelo Alvarez $50 million to fight Jermall Charlo, and Jermall Charlo turned it down for the Bivol fight. So if I want to say Jermall ducked Jermall, I can talk to 154, and I can also talk about 168, where the man literally had a $50 million offer on the table to fight him, and he turned it down to fight Bivol. He ducked him in 3 different weight classes. So even if you don't call it being a duck between Jermall Charlo and Canelo, and I would also say it's a little bit of a difference between Jermall Charlo and Devin Haney. Jermall Charlo was a champion at 154 too.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney was not the champion. He was the interim title holder.
Devin Haney did not beat a champion.
Let's stop. Let me pause.
What does that have to do with him getting ducked? Him being a champion don't have nothing to do with him getting ducked.
He didn't. I'm going to tell you why he didn't duck him. Look, I'll tell you. Have you ever heard the phrase unification trumps mandatory?
Yes, I have.
So what did Devin when Lomachenko got the belt, he got the belt against Luke Campbell for the vacant title. And then the very next fight, when he got that vacant WBC belt and became the WBC champion, he unified. And he went for the IBF. And he lost.
Unified with the franchise championship.
Listen, it does not matter. He unified, and that guy wasn't his mandatory. The WBC.
How did Devin get his belt then?
Devin got his belt the same way Lomachenko got elevated. The WBC gave it to him. He didn't win that belt.
Why did they give it to him?
Because they moved up Lomachenko.
Why did they give it to him?
Because they moved up Lomachenko.
That's not moving up. He petitioned for it.
It doesn't matter whether
they didn't just reach out for you. They didn't just reach out to him.
The definition of the word petition means to ask. Top Rank asked to be named to get the franchise designation. So they franchised him. At that point in time, the WBC belt was vacant. And then guess what? Devin Haney asked to be named the WBC champion. And they said yes. Devin Haney had to petition to be the WBC champion too.
And then it also got taken away.
Wait, do we have the paperwork on that?
Wait,
at the end of the day, I'll get you there. At the end of the day, Lomachenko, even if what you say is, even if that was true, even if Devin Haney was his mandatory, which he wasn't because he was never mandated, but say he was his mandatory, it's still not a duck because he unified with the IBF champion. You're not telling me you think that Errol Spence Jr. is ducking Stanionis to fight Bud? No.
That's
he's ducking that IBF mandatory. Errol's ducking that.
You're not ducking any mandatories if you unify. If Errol Spence Jr. fights Terence Crawford for the WBO championship, that is a unification fight, and it trumps it trumps Ennis and it trumps Stanionis. If Anthony Joshua had not fought Usyk but had fought Tyson Fury, he would not have ducked Usyk because that would have been a mandatory or a unification over a mandatory.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah, sure.
What I want to ask you is, hold on 1 second. All right. What I want to ask you is, Lomachenko gave up the belt. Or no, he went to franchise not to fight. You saying he went to franchise to unify? Okay, he unified. After he unified, what did he do? Because
he lost. He didn't unify. Okay. He lost. He didn't unify. He got beat by Teofimo Lopez.
Okay, what I'm saying is, why the fuck is he still in this position?
Because he's Lomachenko. He's with Top Rank.
Now you see what I'm saying? Like that's one red flag.
No, he beat. First of all, he's had 2 fights. He beat a.
No, you want to get that? You want to get that super chat?
I have been saying that the whole time.
Yeah, I will. Devin been calling him no Chinko for years for ducking. Man, that's Devin calling duck. Devin says Gervonta Davis is ducking him.
They all duck
everybody ducking.
You got Michael Gardner also in the chat.
WBC never mandated Devin and Haney. He was just the number 1 in the WBC. Well, yeah, it was never mandated.
Why did he lie about it then? Why did Lomachenko lie about it then?
What?
If he didn't duck, why did he lie about it?
Who lied about what?
Lomachenko lied, and when they asked him, "Did you petition?" He said, "No, neither me or my team petitioned at all." It was
that's not what he said. He said I didn't ask for it. Bob Arum asked for it. That's
not what he said, Fanon. Because I'm not trying to debate you, or I'm not trying to contest you at all. I actually sent the video and talked to the WBC about it, and they said, yeah, he's not being truthful. I can send it. I can email you all of it. But
I know that.
Yeah, in that video, he specifically said they didn't.
First of all, the WBC. I don't know what the WBC. Look, man, I don't know what the WBC said to you, but I know this: that the WBC, when Terence Crawford's guy was at the WBC convention, and Terence Crawford, a guy that said he was representing Terence Crawford, said to the WBC, "Look, I represent Terence Crawford. I want you to mandate a fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence." What the WBC told him was, you cannot do that. All communications between us has to go through your promoter. So anytime a fighter is asking the WBC for anything, it is the promoter that communicates with the WBC. Bob Arum said that he petitioned him. There's an interview with Bob Arum on IFL TV at least a month before the petition was made, with Bob Arum saying, I want Lomachenko to be the franchise champion because I like what they're doing with Canelo. I don't want my fighters like Lomachenko to have to face a bunch of mandatories. This was before Lomachenko. That's before Devin Haney was the mandatory, and it was at least a month before they elevated him. I don't think it's unreasonable to believe.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I believe you 100%.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, Bob Arum was very blatant about wanting Lomachenko to be the franchise champion. And then after that, he wanted the franchise championship to pass to Teofimo Lopez. But the fact of the matter is,
bro, why are we acting like all these lightweights at one point or another didn't blatantly come in front of everybody and said, I don't want Devin Haney. Lomachenko did it, Teofimo Lopez did it, Ryan Garcia did it, and Tank Davis did it. Let's stop dancing around that fact. They all had a chance at Devin. Devin wanted all them, and all them at one point or another said, we don't want to fight Devin Haney.
When did Gervonta say he didn't want to fight Devin?
I believe Gervonta wanted to fight Devin. It's just he being held back. I believe he would fight everybody in the damn division.
But I'm asking that specific statement. When did Lomachenko say? When did Lomachenko out of his mouth say, I don't want to fight Devin Haney?
He didn't have to say
that.
So he didn't say it though.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words.
You said that they said it. You can't say it with actions. You say it with your mouth. Did he say it?
No.
But he did it. So for now, you saying that Lomachenko didn't avoid Devin Haney at all?
I don't think he did. No. It doesn't look like he did. To me, it doesn't look like he did. You know who it looks like Devin Haney?
If he did, he did it very subliminally. It was very subliminal about it.
I'm going to tell you who avoided Devin Haney. Bob Arum. Because Bob Arum said the reason you're not getting this fight is you're fighting with the wrong promoter. Bob Arum said it right to Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn. He said you're not getting these fights because you're signed with the wrong guy. You're not siding with me. You're siding with that fuck boy over there, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn couldn't get him the fights.
Well, he's with Bob Arum now, and they still
and that's why he got the fights.
They still not jumping at the bits to fight Devin.
Yes, they are. They're jumping at the bit because Lomachenko was about to fight him. Lomachenko's going to fight him next. He said, "I'm coming from undisputed." He literally just said that.
Okay, man. I gotta see it before I believe that one.
No, he literally just said that shit in an interview. He said, "I am coming for it." He also tweeted Devin Haney, responded to a tweet with Devin Haney, and said,
"What is Lomachenko done to make me believe everything that Lomachenko says? What has he done in his career to make me believe that he's gonna do what he said he's gonna do? I don't trust Lomachenko."
Facts.
Lomachenko, I have never been somebody that is going to say Lomachenko is a perfect dude. I have not seen Lomachenko duck anybody, man. I just haven't seen it. Not in like a Keith Thurman type of way, bro. Keith Thurman clearly ducked Errol Spence Jr. Anthony Joshua clearly ducked Deontay Wilder. The only person that I can say really clearly ducked Devin Haney was Ryan Garcia. That guy clearly ducked him.
He just don't want to fight.
Yeah, he's clearly ducked him. He don't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight him. As far as Teofimo Lopez, I don't think Teofimo Lopez was ever going to fight him, but he lost in his very next fight against a mandatory. George Kambosos was getting called to duck, but he never ducked him.
For now, right? I look at stuff a little different, bro. Bro, if you don't want to fight the man, you just don't want to fight the man, bro. We can't make you fight the man,
But Lomachenko wants to fight him, man. Lomachenko's literally saying, "Man, I'm back. I'm fighting you."
I would love to see that, and I hope, but I just don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, I got respect. Yeah, I got respect for
Lomachenko. I just don't know. I do too. But
saying his name, because the other ones won't even say his name. And, at one point they all said they didn't want to fight him because he didn't have a belt. So he went out and got all the belts, and now they all saying the belts don't matter, excluding Tank, because Tank always said the belts didn't matter. I'm talking about everybody else. They all said, "Oh, he don't have a belt."
Who is this? Who are these other people that don't want to fight them?
So you mean to tell me you never heard any one of these guys? Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney don't have nothing they want because he don't have a belt. Teofimo Lopez. Now he has all the real belts, and now the belts don't matter.
Teofimo Lopez is not even at 135. Teofimo Lopez is at 140. He got his ass whooped, and he went to
after he got his ass whooped. He got out of town. He got out of Dodge.
Yeah, he's not at 135 anymore. So I think he's going for Josh Taylor. But Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo Lopez isn't at 135. But of the guys at 135, who has said that they don't want to fight Devin Haney?
Lomachenko.
At 135.
Lomachenko said he was too green. When they asked him about Lomachenko, he said, "I don't want to fight him, right? Too green." But if he was too green, he said, "If I'm too green, then fight me, then beat me, then." That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Who's saying that you don't like Devin Haney? He's pillow fisted. Nobody is scared of him. The excuses they use not to fight him don't make sense. Somebody said he's pillow fisted. If he's pillow fisted, you don't think he can't hurt you? Why not go beat him up then? If he's green, why not beat him up then? That's my point. Like I'm saying, crickets. It's always crickets because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to say I want to fight him.
I never said nothing that about Devin Haney, so I didn't really have much to respond to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Lomachenko. Hold on. I'm not really a Lomachenko fan like that. I don't think he should be in the position that he's been in. They've been pushing him because they always, they have to latch on to one. He shouldn't be where he is. But the fact that he about to fight Devin. The only reason he's fighting Devin now, I think, is because he has to. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he wanted to fight Devin when he was on top. You know what I'm saying? But now when you lose, you got to fight those fights, just like Keith Thurman. And now you calling for Errol. You was ducking him, though. You know what I'm saying? Now what you basically begging for the fight. So when you put yourself in them positions, you're not the shot caller no more. You got to fight the guys again.
Yeah, you want to fight Errol. Now that he got an L under his belt, he was scared to mess that record up before. That's why he was avoiding Errol. You know what I'm saying? But now he got that loss. He don't mind fighting Errol. He don't mind fighting Bud. He don't mind fighting anybody.
You got to fight the champ. And Errol got all the belts. So now you got to come see me.
For now, you made a point before about Devin Haney.
But my question is,
all right, one at a time, brother. One at a time, man. Jeffrey Brooks.
Is it possible that they can force that mandatory between, since the negotiation talk is taking so long with Crawford and Bud? I mean Crawford and Spence.
I think Earl just came. I think Earl just came out. Didn't he tweet
hold
something?
on a second, man. And I've been real guilty of it today. Let's not talk over each other, man. Just like there be a pause in between when the dude gets done talking and when the next.
I thought he was asking the question.
Yeah, but he wasn't done talking. I'm just saying.
I was asking the question: is it possible that they could force that mandatory between Spence and Crawford? That would make sense. And since y'all can't agree at the negotiation table, we gonna just mandate it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I was gonna say. You know, when Earl was like, I think he put out a tweet the other day saying no, what was it? No easy fights. If not, Bud. You know what I'm saying? Like he say all hard fights. So it's like, hell. It's going to be somebody. The only people I could think of that they would push would be Thurman or one of these Staniosis fights, like somebody like that. But I don't think they want to break Staniosis yet. They want to let him get some notoriety. They put him in there with Earl now, and he's just going to get broken like the rest of them.
Michael Garner in that super chat said the only fight that actually ducked Devin was Ryan. He said he's not going to fight. He's not going to fight Devin. And Soda Black said, "How can Bud make a fight with no promoter?" Because Errol he can be his own promoter. Dallas Troy in the building. Let me get through the super chats real quick. Dallas Troy in the building said it's sad we don't discuss Shakur Stevenson. Come on, he's at 130. We can't talk about him until he's not in a weight class. I do at least stick with weight classes. You know what I mean? Hunter Young said Loma has a better resume than Devin Haney. Yeah, that's true. To a certain extent. To another extent, look, hold on one second, man. Let me do this real quick. Hold on, because I think this is a Cash App. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. My man 007 in the building said you missed my blue chat. My bad. Let me know who you are, 007. Much love in that super chat, bro. In that Cash App. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, man. Listen, I was just gonna say that about that Errol Spence thing, man. Like we all in the same boat. We just waiting. We don't know what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. I guarantee if you talk to their close family members, they don't know what's gonna happen. But
mandated then. That's my whole thing. Won't y'all just mandate the damn fight, man?
They can't mandate it.
They ought to just strip Terence Crawford, man. Strip Terence Crawford, make somebody else fight for Undisputed. Because right now what he's doing is he's holding up Undisputed for the fighter who worked hard for it. Errol Spence worked hard for that. You know, layoff after layoff, no tune-ups. He wants to be Undisputed. You shouldn't let one guy with one belt hold up Undisputed. That's my thing, and I don't know. Fanon, you probably know better than me about the technicalities of that. What can be done about that? Can one guy just hold the belt?
Nothing, because no sanction, not one. And this goes back to that Undisputed thing with Teofimo Lopez, which is why I'm like, man, look, the one sanctioning body has no ability whatsoever to order no supervisory power over any champion from another sanctioning body. The WBO cannot order unless it's a co-champion. So the WBA can order the WBC champion right now because he's also the WBA champion. But WBO cannot order Errol to do anything. And none of those other champions can order the Terence Crawford to do anything. Fights between champions are not mandated. Those are always voluntary. So now they cannot mandate that fight. The most thing that they can do is the IBF can say, look, if you guys are in this negotiation, you guys have another 10 days to get this done, or we are going to order the mandatory fight between Errol Spence and Jerron Ennis, or the WBA can come in and say, you guys have 15 days or something to finish this negotiation. Otherwise,
that's bull crap. Because now y'all mandating something that people don't really care about seeing. Everybody care about seeing this fight right here. We don't give a damn about him fighting Keith Thurman or anybody else they trying to mandate. Nobody don't want to see
that's what it is. It's the law. They have to have mandatories. It's the law. That's literally. It is literally the law. that they
Terence
have
Crawford,
to have
Terence Crawford
mandatory.
is waiting on them to mandate Errol Spence versus Boots. I'm telling y'all, but that's what this dude waiting on. I call a spade a spade. I'm not gonna sit there and give him no benefit of the doubt.
I can believe that. I can believe that. Like, hey, let him go and fight somebody else, and then because Boots is that's a very high risk fight that he possibly could lose. So he's like, okay, let him go and fight Boots, and let that be mandated, and I fight somebody else. And
I feel like if you gonna fight somebody as hard as Boots, that need to be for undisputed. I'd rather see that for undisputed because bro, the stuff that
me too. Me too.
doing is weak. That's weak.
Hold on, somebody.
Hold on a second, man. Hold on. Stay dangerous. What were you saying? Because you got the lowest volume, so I gotta make sure they let you get in. Would you say stay dangerous?
I said Errol's gonna move up if he don't get this fight, and he gonna throw them belts in the air, and everybody's gonna have to fight for him. Errol's not gonna stay there and fight Boots because he said he only got 2 fights left, and this is the second fight. Terence knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, it's kind of I kind of put a little bit of blame on Errol, and that's one of my favorite fighters because it's like when you showing you want something so much, you give your open space for people to take advantage of it. So he should have just kept quiet how he's doing right now and played the business behind the scenes.
How many favors?
There's 2 left. I'm coming back. I'm getting confused.
Oh, okay. No problem.
But my whole thing is so if Errol move up, who he gonna fight when he move up? You know what I'm saying?
It's a gang of people he can fight, man. Errol it's a gang of people he can fight. Errol can move up and fight Tony Harrison right away. Move up, fight Castano right away. He can move up, fight Charlo if Charlo's still there. But I doubt he's gonna be there. I doubt that happen. But hey, he could Charlo throw them belts in the air, man. It's a whole lot of people. He can move up and fight Danny again. Like that's a money fight, man. Like he can go up there and make a shit ton of money. It's a bunch of people he can fight up there. And it's also a lot of dangerous fights up there for Errol. So
yeah, it's definitely a lot of. He can do whatever he want to do, man. Really, but he's probably not. I don't think they'd even put him in. I don't think that like Showtime and those guys want him to fight Errol right now because that's just he really does have the ability to be that big cash cow type dude because of how. That dude can fight his ass off, man. Hunter Young said that mandatory with Boots would happen after WBA standing answers, and then by then Bud would have been mandated to fight his WBO. Dude, his WBO quiet as kept, man. The WBO fight is more likely because people keep thinking the WBO mandate is going to be for Virgil Ortiz and Terence Crawford. I don't believe Golden Boy wants to do anything with any of their fighters. I think they would try to find a way to get out of that. And a high likelihood for that WBO mandatory is Jermall Ennis. Because if those belts get vacant, I think they're going to look for the easiest one they possibly can find for Virgil Ortiz so that they can, because they only got 3 fighters in all of Golden Boy. To put him in there with they can talk about it, but put him in there for a mandatory with Terence Crawford. Unless I don't think they go that route unless they think Terence Crawford is gonna just drop the belt because Terence Crawford really can force a fight with Jermall Charlo because he's the WBO super champion. So he can do that, which is something Devin should do is take that franchise belt so he can get a championship shot at 135. But that's a different topic, man. Why everybody go quiet? Oh, I think I muted people because somebody was in the
No, you said give a pause between convo.
Okay, no. I literally did put everybody on mute because somebody, so somebody had like a baby in the background or something.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So we all in agreement that that this fight being held up. So we all in agreement that basically if this fight doesn't get made, something has to be done. I don't know what can be done, but like I said, I don't understand how one fighter at 147 can hold up undisputed from the guy who's been there longer, has more belts, and is ranked higher than him in that division. How can he keep that guy from becoming undisputed, holding one belt?
Well, hey, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like all of this shit is Keith Thurman's fault, man. Every last bit of this shit that we going through right now is Keith Thurman's fault, dog. Because if Keith Thurman wouldn't have been acting weak as hell when Errol was trying to fight him and when Terence was calling his ass out, we would have had this a lot faster. Like if Keith Thurman would have fought Errol and Terence would have moved up, fought Jeff Horn, beat Jeff Horn, then he could have fought for that vacant belt, and then bro, they could have fought each other. That could have been like years ago, bro. That could have been years ago, literally years ago.
But they still weren't really making the fights between Top Rank and PBC.
Man, that's not true, man. I don't know where all this Top
Well,
Rank.
why he doing
Yeah,
that?
it's other side of the street. It's other side of the streets, man. But when two fighters from both sides want to fight each other, they fight. All that other side of the street bullshit, bro. That shit got threw in the
But
air as a
why is he suing them then if that's not a
and
real thing?
And that's what's the problem is. It was all started from that side of the street talk and who deserved what splittage and all that. Now that's the whole, because now it's kind of got him like an ego tripping a little bit. But like, nah, I'm not taking no 80-20 or no 70-30. No, I'm on this much now. You know what I'm saying? And really, I don't know, man. This is the weirdest negotiation talk I ever seen. I never seen everybody saying, "Oh yeah, we close to making a deal. We're closer to making a deal." For the last 2 months, and now, but there's still nothing's been dealt. No deal has been signed. This is why I don't understand, man. I think it's something bigger that's going on that we don't know about, that they don't want us to know about. I don't know. I just never heard. This is crazy, man.
Bob Arum already said that he hard to deal with. Bob Arum said Terence Crawford is harboring negotiations. Even Eddie Hearn, they asked him as soon as he left Bob Arum. He said, I'm not touching Bud Crawford. A lot of promoters feel that way. They know about Bud Crawford. We as fans don't know, but on the inside, people know about Terence Crawford. They do not want to deal with him.
But at the same time, as a man, you know what you're worth. You know what you're doing. Like, you boxing, you fighting. You a fighter, you've been doing this shit your whole damn life. You know what you're seeing. You know what's going to be across from you. He know who he finna fight. He know the consequences to fighting this man. He know he getting older. He know he don't have that many fights left in his career. You going to have to pay me to go in here and fight this man, bro. This man could potentially retire me. This man could potentially...
But see, that's the thing.
Let me finish.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
This man could potentially change my life forever. Bro, Ugas will never be the same, man. Kell Brook will never be the same person ever again. Like, bro, this man does that to people. And you asking me to take my frail ass up there to fight this motherfucker, and you not trying to pay me the ends, bro? That's how I look at it from his perspective. And on Errol's perspective, bro, you ain't did a goddamn thing, dude. Your whole career has been catered to, homie. I didn't butted, grinded, did all this, had my nose in the mud my whole damn career, and I got to where I'm at off blood and tears. You're not finna do me like that. And I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you for real, because I could have let these people with the ties on take this shit from the start, and I could have little boyed you all the way, but I'm not doing that. I'm looking at you as a man, as a champion, and I'm respecting you as such. And what you're doing, you being greedy. Man, that's how I look at it from Errol's perspective. But from a promoter's perspective, fuck that shit. Pay the man. Like, man, I don't know.
But you can't pay him, bro.
This is the thing.
You can't pay him more than what he's worth, though, because nobody wins. But that's not business.
Right.
You cannot, bro. I don't care. You cannot bring your heart into it about, I feel like it, bro. We talking about business. They cannot afford to pay him more than what he's worth. No businessman gonna pay you more than what you worth, bro. Nobody.
And that's not how boxing works. That's not even how boxing works. You know what I'm saying?
If you do business with family, and your family member is a real businessman, he will not give you more than what you worth, because a businessman does not think like this.
Bro, I run a business, bro. It depends.
Nah. I gotta pay you what you worth. I gotta pay you what you worth. I run a business also, brother. Like I gotta pay you what you worth. You know.
You're right. They already have a set amount of how much they're gonna pay every fighter. They already have a set amount how much they're gonna pay each fighter. So they saying we got a collective of $10 million to pay out between Bud and Errol. This is how much we're gonna pay out. You can't sit here and say I'm just throwing that number out there. You can't turn around and say I want $20 million, and all they agreeing to pay out was $10 million. You saying you want $20 million. Now we got to see him offer Earl $25 million. That's $45 million. And all we was set to pay out was $10 million. It don't work like that. Boxing don't work like that. If he got that mindset, it's never going to happen. You might as well go ahead and fight somebody else right now. And I'm the biggest Bud fan. I'm with him if they fight. But I'm saying on the business side, he's not making sense on the business side of this, man. Go ahead, take what you're worth. So you got to sacrifice the money to get them 3 straps out of Errol. So that's what you got to do. Get them 3 straps and then ask for more money on your second fight, because you will be the A side at that time. That's how it go, man. You got to play the game how it goes with this.
Hey,
You can't just say, I'm the A side. Give me what I'm worth and all that. Man, come on, man. You ain't been selling. Ain't nobody been going to your fights. Your fans ain't paying for your fights. So come on, man. You got to take what you can get.
Stop holding it up. I agree with that 100%. Because real talk,
go ahead and get them 3 belts, man. You got to take less of money to get them 3 belts anyway. Man. Come on, man.
And Jim, I agree with that, because he got to take his own advice. I talked about it last week on here. It's an interview where he talked about he should just take less money to fight me, this, that, and the other. Take your own advice now. You know what I'm saying? If he really wants to fight, he'd take less money. Well, tell that to yourself now.
You add on to your legacy. You trying to add on to your legacy right now. Yeah.
Bud has never not one time took less money. The split has always been 60-40, bro. He has always took more money, so I don't know why he power tripping right now.
I'm saying he said that out of his own mouth is what I'm saying.
I'm saying he's lying, because he took 60-40 against Julius Odongo. The only time he was about to take lesser money is when he was about to fight Manny. He didn't take lesser money against nobody who he fought.
And that don't make sense.
This would be his first time.
No. Amir Khan got paid more.
No, he didn't.
Hey, somebody fact check that. I think Amir Khan got paid more.
Hey, real quick, let me get this. Patty Rich said, I try to give Bud benefit of the doubt because the money the fight makes, and he wants a nice amount, but I bet he would have been willing to make his undisputed against Ndongo at all costs. Shake my head. Never seen Bud so timid. And my man Motorsport said, fire show. Yeah, Motorsports, you were on there, man. When you jumped on the link, you just got to talk. And I was gonna cut to you because I know sometimes it's hard to get a word in, man. But thank you. And everybody, man, thank y'all so much for those super chats, man. It really do help the channel go, man. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. All right, y'all, go ahead. I just wanted to make sure I got to those.
We not timid. We want all the smoke. We not timid. Bud ain't timid. They need to stop spreading them lies. We not timid. We just trying to get the negotiations right. We coming.
Bro, it's been
didn't Bud say himself in the interview? He said that if Errol Spence is talking about money and this and that means he's not really confident he can win the fight. He basically said if I was in the same boat, I would make the fight happen at all costs because I'm confident in my abilities.
So now he's contradicting.
Didn't he contradict
himself? That's what I'm saying. Yep. That's what I was saying. Yep. That's exactly what he's doing. I'm like, bro, now you're in that position. Take your own advice.
Exactly.
So
bro, Bud has been more greedy over money than anybody. Like, he's been more greedy. Bud has got a bigger guarantee than Errol, bro. Like, I don't like the guaranteed check that Bud has been bigger than Errol's. So how is he gonna tell anybody to take less money? Like, you can't tell nobody to take less money, bro, when you have never took less money. Ever. You have never done this not one time in your career, bro. So how
but here's the thing, though. You got to look at it. But you got to look at it in this sense on the business side. You can't go from one company to the next and demand they pay you what
I think you misunderstanding what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying Terence can't do that. He can't tell Errol to do that if he's never done that. Not Errol tell Terence. It's different because Errol has been on the B side, bro. He's been on the B side. Terence ain't been on the B side. I looked this shit up. I went and took my time out to research this junk, bro. Terence, most of the time, it's 60-40 split.
So it's an ego. So that lets you know it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing with this fight.
You don't realize what it is. He don't realize what it is.
Khan made $5 million, Bud made 5.5. I knew Khan didn't make more than him. The
They
way
said
they
they
got
gave
that
Khan
shit,
7.
they didn't give Khan 7. It probably like totally like it was the little back end that came in, but they didn't say what Bud made with the back end because they still do get back end money over there.
I
It's
know.
just
I
not like
remember them actually giving 7 to Amir Khan because that was a big deal at the time.
he got his whole country's pay-per-view. That's what equivalent.
Right, he still got 7. I'm just saying, he still got 7.
But what did Bud get?
I don't
We
know.
don't know.
But I know they. All I know is they gave him 7, but they wouldn't give nobody else. That's the most opponent of.
They gave him
Terence
5.
has gotten
They
paid.
gave him 5, bro. They gave him 5. Like the split that they had is what gave him that. His guarantee, what they pulled out of their pocket is that 5. Which is crazy because they tried to give Danny
Get
3.
that home. Fanon, I don't know if you want to get that super chat.
I just feel it should be 50-50. This fight would be the biggest gate in a while. So big that it might be a second
I got
fight.
it, man. Don't worry about it. I got it.
My bad.
No worries. I was coming on, man. I just feel it should be 50-50 this fight. And thank you, by the way. I appreciate that, man. I feel it should be 50-50. This fight will be the biggest gate in a while. So big that it might be a second fight if both these guys come in unharmed. Fight 2 should be 60-40. I'm going to tell you, man, and I've been in a lot of negotiations. That's like something I consider myself to be an expert in. I'm going to tell you, man, that's a big sign when Bob Arum said, look, man, I'm going on a fight-by-fight basis with Bud. I do believe Bud is somebody that is going to negotiate with you to get every single solitary dime that he can get. I definitely believe that. And the fight is not going to get agreed to until Errol Spence Jr. says, look, man, that's it. I'm done. I'm going somewhere else. And even then, Bud may say, might then say, okay, we'll go somewhere else then. Because he definitely, listening to when Bomac was back, a couple years ago when he was talking about the deal that he signed with Top Rank. Those guys knew that they were not going to be fighting tough guys and that they were going to get guaranteed money. Their thing is not, I don't believe, listening to what Bomac said. Bomac's thing, and when he was on Trill Boxing Talk several years ago, he said, look, man, we care about how much money is guaranteed. Errol Spence Jr. is living paycheck to paycheck because he has not gotten a guarantee for his fights. The PBC, from what I can see, are offering low guarantees, but big cuts of the pay-per-view, right? Because the pay-per-view, according to Steven Espinoza, 90 cents out of the dollar goes to the fighters, right? That means that the promoters are not really taking anything out of the pay-per-view, right? So even with like the you look at the guarantees that they just put up for in the lawsuit related to Terence Crawford, he's getting $6 million, $5 million, $4.5 million guaranteed every fight. So if he comes up to the PBC and he's looking for guaranteed money because he's not guaranteed, because he doesn't know what the back end is going to be, that's what I think the problem probably is. But when Bob Arum was like, look, man, I'm not going to because people keep thinking that Terence Crawford left Top Rank. No, he did not. Bob Arum let him go. Same thing. Sorry about this, Lord Devin Haney fans. Same thing with DAZN. DAZN let Devin go. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, they chose not to take that fight because of the large guarantees that they were paid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't doubt that he's difficult in that the fact that he's probably already got a lot of money in his pocket. You know what I mean? Because he's living in Omaha, Nebraska. He does not look like he's somebody that is just wasting money. You know what I mean? That's what I take from it. I don't
when Terence Crawford said in the interview after that post fight with Sean Porter, they asked him what you gonna do next. He said, "I think it's time for me to move on." It don't sound like Bob Arum was letting him go then.
No, yes, it did. No. Listen. What he said was this. Be very, very clear with what he said. Bob Arum had already said, I want the next contract that I have with Terence Crawford it will be the contract between he and I are going to be a fight-by-fight basis, just like we would do just like I would do with Marvelous Marvin Hagler, right? Then what Bob Arum said was, look, we want to work together on making the next fight. So Terence Crawford, in response to that, said, look, if you couldn't get me the Errol Spence Jr. fight before when I was with you, what would make me think that you can get it now? I think I'm just going to do something else, is what he said. So he turned down Bob Arum working with him on a fight-by-fight basis because that was the offer. You know,
why? Why would Bob want to do that after you just said the man ain't making you no money? Why you want to turn around and do a fight by fight basis with him there after that?
Well, here's the thing: Bob Arum knows, because Bob Arum is an astute guy. He knows that he's not going to do a fight by fight basis with him. He's just saying something where he's like, okay, man, if we can do it fight by fight, then yeah, I can work with you. We can get, maybe get the Josh Taylor fight done. Maybe we can get the Errol Spence Jr. fight done. But Bob Arum knows more than likely he's not going to do that because all he's doing at that point is giving Bob Arum a cut of his money. Also, Terence Crawford by that time was working with Daniel Kinahan as his advisor. So he may have felt like Daniel Kinahan could get that deal done, the Errol Spence Jr. fight done or something like that. It was only after that point, right, where he can't work with Daniel Kinahan anymore. So I think in the back of my head, maybe Bud was like, look, man, I'm going to get paid through MTK Global, or not MTK Global, but the relationship with Dan Kinahan in some way, form or fashion, and that would give him more leverage. Jeffrey Book, John Boy said, Jeffrey Boy. Jeffrey Brooks, one more. Let me get this. Hey, thank y'all so much for supporting the chat. And John Boy back in it says, shout out Mike Kirkland. Absolutely. Prayers for Deborah Booker and Phil Sloan. And Motorsports, what you got to say? This is your third time in the chat, brother.
No, I was just saying about I heard about a comment about Bud interview about him saying about he was saying if Spence wants to fight, they should take a lesser money, and they saying why don't Bud follow his own words. And I just want to say Bud was only saying that in that interview because of what Errol Spence was saying in the media at the time, was saying like 70, you're gonna get 70-30, you're gonna get 60-40, meaning like this is a 50-50 fight. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't saying it like, yo, we're gonna take less money, take 40%, and I take 60%. He was meaning like if you're that what you are, then why don't you take 50-50 with me and take the fight for that? He wasn't saying, yo, take 40% or take less money. He was just saying if you're who you are, then take 50-50. And I think everybody just putting it to where it's like almost like
the same thing applies.
Advice.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing applies because at this point, Bud is actually in a better spot because we're not talking about hypothetical. We're talking about the numbers that they sell. We know the numbers now because we're farther into the negotiations. Now we know what Bud is worth. Why won't he take what he's worth? He's so confident that he's going to win anyway.
Okay, now everybody know. And when you in the think of business,
my question is he worth what he's worth at 147, or is they basing that off of his career? You know,
basically.
Hey, can you repeat that after I read these two super chats? Just repeat that after I get these super chats. Justin Pulley said, my theory, Thurman versus Staniasis might be holding up the fight because they want a lot of step-aside money. I believe contracts are agreed and not signed. And then my man down here with that yellow, thank you, Mike Kirkland, for that big support, bro. He says, shout out to you also, John Boy, and even Jeffrey Brooks getting tired of waiting on Crawford. Hey, that says a lot, man. That says a lot, man. Hey, Phil Sloan in the building.
You know I'm the biggest Crawford fan.
Great content. Salute, John Boy and all. And then my man in that super chat again, John Boy said, Robin Soto wrench, please. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And let me go down to the end, and then I'll take care of that. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll take care of that. Oh, go ahead, man. Jeffrey Brooks.
Yeah. Is they basing what Bud has done at the 147 division, or are they basing it off of what he's did his career? Because I remember Steve Espinosa. They was in an interview. They asked him, is he looking at 50? Should we be looking at a 50-50 fight? He said that's a possibility. Considering the fact that he's number one pound for pound and his record, and the weight classes he moved up in and became undisputed. So it's like at the times like Steve Espinosa was tying all that in with based off of whether he gonna get 50-50 or not. But I thought that it was only based off of what you did at the 147 division. You know what I'm saying?
It's based off of what they sold, bro. It's not based off accolades. It's based off analytics.
Right.
So
that's my point.
You can't come in saying, hey, I was a champion at 140. I was a champion at 140. I was a champion at 135. You were only a champion at 140. Don't nobody give a fuck. You were a champion down there and didn't sell nothing. I was a champion up here and I sold 3 times as much as you, bro. So you're gonna have to concede.
Well, actually,
and that's facts. You can't bring accolades to a negotiation table, bro.
Man,
Actually,
how much money can you possibly make them based off how much money you've made in the past? That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know what else y'all looking at, but this is the way they do business. They look at how much money you made in the past, and then they determine how much money you can possibly make them in the future. They don't care about your accolades. They don't care if you tell them, hey, but because I fight Errol Spence, this fight is gonna do 4 or 5 million, whatever. But they don't care about that. They looking at how much did you make? How much have you been able to make in your career?
What Jake Paul pulling in?
If I own a restaurant, bro, and bro up above me that just was talking on a restaurant, and we're talking about opening their restaurant together, but how are we gonna split the residuals? Well, we're gonna do that based off what I have sold in the past and what he sold in the past, not off who's came to eat at our restaurant.
Now, actually,
Like,
that's false, because if you're in a
how's
business,
that false?
it's because if you're in a business, right, and you're saying, I got all the money, or you know what I'm saying, I'm coming to you. You got the people, like you could bring people in the seats, but it's my building. We cooking that and doing all that. So for order for you to get your cut and for us to make money, you have to bring your people inside of my building. So then you have to give me my cut. You get what I'm saying? Because if I'm bringing people,
what is Bud bringing into this that substantiates your claim? Because Bud doesn't bring anything. He's a man with no land. Actually, he's a man with no land. He doesn't sell more than Errol Spence. He doesn't have more belts than Errol Spence. And again, he's a man with no land because Errol Spence can take this fight to Dallas, and Bud can get the money he wants, but he's too scared to do that too.
I agree. I think that's part of what the issue is right now too. I really do, because that's one of those things where, all right, if we can't get you this extra guaranteed money, well, we got to do it here because we can get more asses in seats here.
Exactly.
But
bro, Errol's almost like a contractor with the PBC, bro. Like it's like, bro, the PBC is paying him, and I'm pretty sure like Man Down Promotions is paying Terence, so Errol has to know what the hell Terence want. If I'm not mistaken. Him and Terence would negotiate, like they're both respected teams would negotiate, and after they get the negotiations together, like the Errol team will go to the PBC and present this to them, and they can say yay or nay, or they can counter offer. And like say if they say Bud wants 10 million, Errol wants 10 million. Oh, we can't give both of y'all 10 million. We can put up 10 million for the fight as a total, and Errol go back to Terence. Hey, we got 10 million to work with, and okay, I want this much of that 10 million. Well, damn, that would be lowballing me at that point. I can't do that. Well, I would try to go back to the PBC. PBC, can we get a little bit more money? No, y'all can't get no more money. We're not putting this much up because this guy, and the analytics say this guy will not be bringing in enough money for us to pay you this amount of money. And go back to Bud team. Hey, this is what they said. Well, you're going to have to figure something out because we're not taking that. That's the spot Errol's in.
Bro, Bud is not trying to negotiate. That's what Bob Aaron was talking about. He doesn't understand negotiation. He just wants everything because, okay, you saying that, okay, as it stands, you want to go to Vegas. If we go to Vegas, we can only pay you this amount of money, Terence Crawford. Well, no, I want more money there. Well, we can probably pay you more if you go to Dallas because Errol Spence is a cash cow. No, I don't want to go to Dallas either. What can you do with that?
Not only that, bro. When have you ever seen Terence Crawford at a basketball game, a football game? You can count on your hands how many interviews you've seen of Terence. Terence don't do shit as far as promotion, bro. He don't like to be promoted. Like I'm not finna drag you, bro. Like
I'm saying it don't take this long for negotiation talk to it don't take this long. You see how we figuring this out real
We can
quick.
get an
You know
announcement
what I'm saying?
Monday, y'all. We just
We
tired.
figuring this out real quick in one conversation. Why is it taking this long for them to what's going on? So is Bud they saying no, we only giving you this Bud, and Bud saying please, man, he begging the hell out of them. I don't know. But why it don't take this long to figure this out in negotiation on either y'all gonna get a man what he want or y'all not. And you know what I'm saying? But you gonna either take what they give you or you gonna go ahead somewhere else. What's taking so damn long with the negotiation?
Hey, I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
I think he want that Josh Taylor fight. I think that's what he's doing. He's stalling. He gonna take Josh Taylor because that's right up Bud's alley. Because we saw Josh Taylor in his last fight. He looked weak. He looked like food right now. That's right up Terence Crawford alley. He know that he can.
Real quick. D Webb said Motorsports. It's Errol's building and his customers. And man, I'll leave that alone because he don't even want to go to Dallas, which is crazy. But A Dub, hold on one second. Let me finish the super chat real quick. A Dub said no, Bud does have levers. The equivalent to his building would be his belt. Errol goal is to be undisputed, but doesn't care about it. Errol needs the belt, but that doesn't speak to what Stephen Espinosa. That doesn't speak to what Stephen Espinosa is willing to pay for the fight. I'm telling you, I think that split is less important. I think the split is less important than the guarantees looking for, and the guarantee
That's exactly what it is.
And the guarantee is coming from Showtime. Much love in that super chat, A-Dub. Thank you for that support. And my man, Steven, cleverly Stephen in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, man? Morning. Work has been getting to me, so I'm like John Boy. My body was like, oh, you don't have to sleep this one in. So here I am. We talking Errol and Terence, huh?
You know it.
What's up, Jeffrey?
What's going on?
Outlaw. We got Terry Smoot. Yeah, man. That work. I've been watching reruns, but here we are. We got some boxing this weekend.
Yeah.
What's the I just caught a little bit of it, a little glimpse. What's the word on this fight?
I'm trying to
died down once Deontay came back.
What's the hold up?
Terence Crawford is stalling. Errol Spence gonna end up having to fight a mandatory or move up, and Terence Crawford is trying to secure a fight with Josh Taylor. I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen, bro. Josh Taylor looked very weak, and like I brought up earlier, Terence Crawford has a pattern of going for fighters when he presumes that they're weak or they show any type of weakness. I'm talking about layoffs, bad performances, anything. He'll even take you after you got shot in the leg, as we all see. If you found out you got shot in the leg, he'll fight you also.
Now, inside the squared circle.
That's wrong.
That's that's advantage, or that's go ahead.
The thing is, hey, everybody pretty much washed up, other than Spence and Boots. Everybody else you talking about is pretty much washed up. So he really ain't got much of an option. Though the thing with Bud is, everybody used to say back in the day, "Hey, you ain't got nobody on your resume. You don't got no big names on your resume." So his whole thing is, okay, let me go and get the Porter fight. Man, you know what I'm saying? Let me get this fight over here. Let me Kell Brook. He is a name, whatever. Even though they washed up, I mean, he ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess he still got to get his credit. Just, that's his whole thing, is to get some names on his resume before even fighting Spence, so he can ask for more money. I guess now he got the names. Now he asking for more money. Now they saying, nah, you still ain't selling. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue.
He has, though, Errol Spence already beat them, so that's not good leverage to come in with to say, well, I beat this guy. They like, well, Errol Spence beat him first, and he was better when Errol Spence did it. And he was a champion when Errol Spence did it.
That's an accolade.
They were both champions.
That's an accolade, bro. That's
they were both
accolade.
champions when Errol Spence did it. You understand me? They were both champions when Errol Spence beat them.
Yeah.
Now, inside. Go ahead, Stay Dangerous.
What I was saying is, that's an accolade. He can't say, "Oh, I beat this guy," and bring this to the table, bro. Stephen Espinosa don't give a hot fuck about who you beat, bro. How much money did that make?
Yeah.
That's what Stephen Espinosa, that's his job. He don't care nothing about that extra shit. He just giving his opinion. At the end of the day, his job is to make the most money. And shit. By the way it's going, Bud look like he's doing exactly what Fanon
Somebody
said.
echoing. I think you got the video playing in the background.
Yo, Steph, it's like you was trying to ask me something. What you was saying, brother?
Real fast. Let's just make sure that. Okay, yeah, wait. Does someone might need to mute themselves while. Okay, there you go. Stay dangerous. No, I was just trying to say. Yeah, I know you're kind of new. I've never seen you in the panel. So what's up, man? And what's that? Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at this certain matchup, man. I mean, I almost hate to say it, but I don't. I wouldn't say let's move on, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's almost like no, screw that. Just, it's not happening, man. I knew this back in April.
I got you. I want to see this fight, but I'm also to the point too. More than anything, I am a DJ fan, bro. I watched this dude from the amateurs. I watched him work his way up. I watched him be the boogeyman when they said he wasn't worth nothing. He wasn't worth fighting. I watched him become the man, and now everybody's chomping at the bit to get him. I watched people call him out and then duck him in the same sentence, right? And I watched him pull himself up from the bootstraps. Now he has 3 belts going for undisputed. I want this fight to either happen, or I want Errol Spence to be able to fight somebody else for the same opportunity at undisputed. I don't want Terence Crawford to hold it up. I don't want Terence Crawford to hold this man up, and I don't want Errol Spence to have to drop those belts and go up to 154, making all his work at 147 all for nothing.
But you know what, Squared Circle? You know what, sir? The issue is Terence in the beginning never wanted to fight this guy, man. He never. I feel like some of the media, I feel like us, the fans, we put this on this guy. This guy never started to call for this guy, frankly, until he became the WBO 47 champion. And even then, he's had numerous opportunities to call for a fight, ask for the fight, petition for the fight. And some will argue and say, oh, we could have done it then, but, here we are now. It's bigger now. We still haven't got it. But skip the funny rainbow and get straight to the end with the pot of gold. When April, after he beat down Ugas, and I come from boxing Twitter, so that was hot news. A lot of us were at that fight. I told my friends then, I was like, we're not going to get this because Errol's just too big now, man. He's too big time. He's too strong. He looks too good. He's got all the blessings of boxing on his side. Terence knows that. So he's tried any and everything, whether it be negotiating, whether it be asking for more money, whether he just come out and just say, I'm flat out more popular than Errol Spence. That stuff sounds crazy, man. But, I guess I just don't care, man, anymore. Here I am trying to conjure up an excuse. But Terence, I've always said it from the get-go, he just don't want to fight this guy. If he wanted to fight this guy, man, we'd be a lot further along with this mega fight. But to come to find out it's over money, because it's always about the money, no surprise there. And then I'll say this and I'll shut up. My only issue is that, and this kind of incorporates the fandom, the fanaticism of all of us, that some people just, when I say use the word discredit, they act like when it comes to this A-side, B-side stuff, that none of that matters. And that's what's been really muddied in the waters, man. I mean, folks have just said any and everything and have reached to the stars for Terence Crawford. And I'm just tired of that, man. I can't. I don't even want to discuss anymore. I'm like, y'all are just making up stuff out of the side of your neck. But go ahead.
I think the egos is in the way. I don't think that he don't want to fight him. I think he want to fight him. Like I say, the egos is an ego thing right now with them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm worth the bigger cut. I'm worth the bigger cut. You know what I'm saying? So,
but Jeffrey, real fast, sir, that's so irrelevant, because that's what I mean when I say discrediting the whole definition of A side versus B side. Dude, sir, you're not. That's not what the paper says. That's not what the people who are campaigning or paying everybody their checks says. And I mean, dude, I got 2 eyeballs. You gentlemen here, there's 9 eyeballs in here. We can see that he's not. So I won't even sit there and make up anything to myself and say that he is what he's not. I think that stuff, that's what gets everything in trouble, man. When we all know that's not the case. And we're just sitting here talking and making excuses. And I'm just like, man, I feel like I've done this conversation a million times now. Don't get me wrong. I like and love it. But people be lying for this guy. and I'm just not. I'm not letting that fly anymore, man.
Well, hey man, just so you know, you did miss a good part where people came to the conclusion, cleverly, that Vladimir Putin invaded Russia, invaded the Ukraine, so that Lomachenko would have an excuse to duck Devin Haney. You know, do you have anything to say about that?
Well, I would say, I would say, please, all in one platter. Get all the crack, get all the dust, get all that powder for me, because I need what y'all are smoking. Because I mean, come on, man.
Listen,
come on.
Only thing need to be ducked is those bombs.
I just want to say I'm a big Devin Haney supporter, so I'm putting this on record that I wasn't a part of it. That's not what I believe. Don't put that on TV.
We all look. You know what, Square Tucker? We're all Devin Haney fans, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like it, you know. First off, he's the champion, undisputed champion. But one could say that they're not impressed. One could say that, hey, that's not enough. One could say, hey, you know what, man? All of what you're doing is a little boring, you know. But that doesn't mean we don't like the young man. But that's not my gripe with them. I'm just kind of speaking for the masses there, if I could. But, you know, he's on his way up. And when I say on his way up, I'm glad he's getting his shine, man. Him and his father have built a nice machine. They built the Devin Haney Promotions is what's up, man. That bandwagon is here, right?
Very politically nice answer there. I like that, Seth. You should run for office. John Boy said, thank you, Lone Star. I'm going to call you Lone Star, man. I'm bugging. What's going on, Lone Star? And Mike Kirk, hey, much love in that, man. Thank you so much for your support, John Boy. And Mike Kirkland said, PBC did a good job with Fury, Canelo, and Pacquiao. So why is it so hard for Crawford to do the same? Dog.
I keep saying it. The problem is that dude doesn't want to fight him. And I'm gonna double down one more time. We're not getting a fight, gentlemen. We're not. I'm sorry. Like, we're not getting it. One guy wants to fight. The other guy doesn't want to fight. So any and everything he says is an excuse. Seriously. I mean, you can't get a straight answer out of that guy. Every time they put a camera and mic in his face, there's no straight answer. And I keep using this off the super chats I've seen months ago. That's y'all's pound for pound number one.
That's what
acting like a BITCH, like for real.
I'm right there with you.
So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone until it happens. You know, Fanon, you've heard me say this. Like, man, I'm just waiting on Errol, Terence, Steven, Derek, and Bomac to announce the fight. But here we are, August 20th. Nothing in sight. Nothing encourageable about it. So
if we get to the end of this month, my birthday is August the 30th. If we get to the 30th and nothing has been announced, I don't think this fight happening. You know, I don't think it's gonna happen at all.
Oh no, I can't. It's definitely not. I'm gonna tell you right now that that November 12th shit is out the window, because, and I do believe as of today, November 19th is out the window too, because that is 12 weeks from now. 12 weeks from yesterday was is November 19th, isn't it? Right? We got August, September, October, November.
Right.
So that's 3 times. That's 12 weeks. They got don't they have 12-week training camps?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Actually, a question. It's like a mega fight this worthy, and it just been announced late, and then, you know, they have enough time to get things done. Can you name something like that in past?
Not that I can think of, man. I mean,
wow.
Honestly, not that I can think of. I mean,
wow.
This negotiation it's 4 months, and there's nothing really but the money to talk about. I mean, there's at least that much visibility into it. They're not going to what is there to talk about? I mean, other than the money? And if the money ain't there in 4 months, fuck me, is their money going to be there in 5 months for? Then when Steven Espinoza said there's a better than 50% chance that the fight is going to happen, dude, that's damn near all but telling me the shit ain't going to happen. Because better than 50%.
Yo, I got a question for you, man. What do you think for the future go? If we like fast forward to the future, 10, 20 years from now, if this fight doesn't happen, and you're looking at Bud Crawford's career, like the future fans and some of us older guys, how do you think his career is going to be looked at, knowing that he didn't fight? His resume wasn't the most impressive, and then when he did have a chance to fight one of the best, the record is going to show how he acted during negotiations that ultimately led to this fight falling through.
you're gonna have to remind me who the hell he is.
If
he doesn't fight Errol Spence Jr.,
yeah,
no joke. If he does not, 20 years from now, if he does not fight Errol Spence Jr., it's going to be like trying to recall. People are going to remember him like they remember Wilfredo Ramirez, Wilfredo Gomez, or somebody like that, or Aaron Pryor, guys like that. You know what I mean? Like people are going to talk, oh, the Hawk, man, he was a beast. Who you think would have won? He's going to be he's going to be right there with Aaron Pryor. Like we will remember Aaron Pryor, but honestly, he doesn't even have actually, he probably won't even bear with Aaron Pryor because Aaron Pryor had Alexis Arguello. So he would have no signature fights in his career, none. So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of who he would be. He's like, I mean, because his career won't end in some big loss or something like that. I don't know, Joe Calzaghe? Like, you know, I'll think about him like I think about Joe Calzaghe.
Right.
Joe Calzaghe he went undefeated. He was like 40 whatever and 0. He beat old Roy Jones Jr. He beat an old Bernard Hopkins. He beat what's that dude's name? Left Hook Lacey. And whenever you bring up the 168-pound division, you say, okay, who's the best 168 pounders? You'd be like, well, what about Joe Calzaghe? You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think he's not been like Andre Ward. Andre Ward had his fight with Sergey Kovalev. Like these guys, and I think that is really underestimated for boxers. Like most of the very, very, very good boxers, you can have, there's at least somebody that they fought that when they fought him, they thought that they would lose. Like Floyd, there were people who legitimately thought Floyd was going to lose to Oscar De La Hoya, right? Going into that fight. Like and a bunch of people, a whole lot of people thought he was going to lose to Manny Pacquiao. And he beat Manny. Those were 50-50 fights going into it where people were like, okay, well, it would be. But that's never been the case with Terence Crawford. He's never got in the ring with somebody where I didn't already know the outcome of the fight. So it's not really going to be it's not going to be memorable. Even like with Errol Spence, when Errol Spence went overseas to fight Kell Brook, it was like, well, who's going to win? And we're like, man, I remember doing videos where it's like, I think he could end Kell Brook's career. But you had half of the UK or the majority of those people were like, oh, no, Kell Brook is going to do it. He only pity pats with his punches and all that. And then the fight was close in the beginning, overcomes with a knockout. You know, that win stands out for him. For Bud, it's like he's just a great talent, like Joe Calzaghe, and you're going to wonder what would happen. What would have happened if he fought Errol Spence Jr.? What would have happened if he fought Jerron Ennis? Especially if Errol Spence Jr. goes on to do whatever Errol does, but then you have Jerron Ennis like clean up the welterweight division and get to the standpoint where he's looking for some major. He's going to be bookended between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Jerron Ennis or Errol Spence Jr. whoever the next guy is. I mean, the idea that Terence Crawford says, I don't need this fight. Man, I don't know about that, man. I mean,
absolutely
for real,
right.
He's telling the truth, though, Fanon. And this is why I'm gonna say this one more time. He never wanted to fight this guy. He doesn't want to fight this guy. And me hearing that, this might sound this is not going to sound so good. I'm okay with that. The guy said he doesn't want to do it, and all of his actions, because we always say actions speak louder than words, are pointing to the direction of him not wanting to be involved with this. I mean, like you said, it's been 4 months. We've not heard a word from Bomac. That is uncharacteristic right there. Never. Not one time, I think, in the last, let's just say 5 years for data, I've not heard him not say anything about a fight or other fighters or even any other big fights of this type of magnitude. I have not heard a word from him in 4 months. That's telling to me. That is telling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you gotta blame the fans, bro. Like you gotta blame the fans for that because as fans as a whole, I'm not saying if you're a Terence Crawford fan or not, but as a whole, Terence Crawford has been getting away with not fighting big fights and still being praised as the greatest. That's why at this point, at the end of his career, he really feels like he doesn't have. Why would he start to have to do anything tough right now? We already gave him the crown, and he didn't have to do anything to get it. Why would he extend himself now?
Now, Inside Sports Area, I'm going to say something also that's going to ruffle some feathers. Look, man, I know a lot of people aren't Bob Arum fans, but him and his board, they have moved. I'm really gonna make some people mad. They moved him correctly, man. Meaning the matchmaking. Whether if it was a late replacement or not, or they couldn't find anyone, they gave him someone who he was going to be able to beat, who they felt like he was going to beat, and the risk of getting beat or beating them. Everything was lined up. The stars were aligned there. So they did well, my friend. They did well to keep him going. And, he's number one on that list. It was at the ring list. He's still 1 and 2 up there. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And that's why people get to say, oh, you know what? The winner of this fight is number 1 because Terence is already there. When really, if you ask me, I'm like, dude, Errol demolished that guy. Errol should be number 1 given what he's accomplished thus far. There's no one in this. Same thing with Gervonta. There's no one in the sport of boxing doing what they're doing. No one.
Let me tell you what I believe.
No one is doing what they're doing.
I believe Terence Crawford is number 1, first of all, because he's good enough to be in the top 3, of course. He's good enough to be there off top. But I believe he's there to keep Errol Spence from being number 1 ultimately. They don't want to see a black fighter with the PBC in number 1. I'm just being honest with y'all. How many of you
sure.
Terence Crawford, how many of you think that with Terence Crawford resume, if he was a PBC fighter, that he would be ranked number 1 by old media?
Oh, definitely not by ESPN. Let me get these super chats real quick. Motorsport said, "Man, my phone died, but wow, Steph, that was powerful, good brother. I gotta see it from Bud's side. You gotta see it from Bud's side also.
I do.
My man, you want to respond to that?
Can I respond?
I do. I do. And I think I just cleared a little bit of it by just saying, you know what, man, like I'm okay with what Bud is doing. Also, and I think what I know what he means because of the money. He deserves every penny that is coming for him. I don't really comment on how much money. Every man deserves their money because it's a brutal way to make your money. But again, the actions speak louder. And before we even got here, when we met, I said that was like my intro to you guys. We're not getting this fight because of this, that, and the other. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Hey, you were gonna stay dangerous. You said you wanted to respond.
We do look at it from Bud's side, man. Bud's being greedy at this point. Well, I wouldn't even say he's being greedy. For now, he's doing exactly what you said. He's gonna try to get everything he can get until Errol say fuck it. Like, that's honestly seems like what he's doing. Cause I know he's not scared of the man. Like, he's not scared of the man. But at the same time, if he doesn't fight Errol, this is probably the biggest blatant ducking in boxing history, man. Like, honestly, this is the true definition of pricing yourself out. Like, this is the true definition of it. Like, Bob Arum, man, come on, man.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't. He had a better chance of getting this fight with Bob Arum, in my opinion.
I agree with that. Yes, sir. I agree with that. And that was another thing. That was another thing. Like I said, he was in a bad spot when we first met. Like, trying to go undisputed. Given all his accolades that he brings to the table, the timing is wrong. I know the lawsuit is dropped, but that was a huge thing in the beginning of the year. And there's still a lot.
Dropped or not? People say that. I don't know if that shit's dropped or not. He may just be refiling it, and I don't know if he has to refile it because it got remanded. People said that because Bob Arum said that, but I don't know that that's the case because he said he hadn't heard anything else about it. But when a case gets remanded, and I'm not a litigator, so and definitely not in a federal sense. So, when it gets sent back, I don't know whether or not he needs to refile it or not, because if you change it at all, it may actually affect, and they may be able to make, it's a new case if you change it. So, I just don't know whether he dropped it or not. But if he did drop it, then my answer would be he's maybe negotiating to get another shot in it and could support that Josh Taylor thing. But real quick, let me get to Gary Porter said, big heavyweight fight coming up, y'all. Y'all talking about Bud Spence? Yeah, dog, because it's not a big, but scared because it's like, who the fuck cares? And that's not. It's going to be tonight. But what you want me to say? We already talked about that shit.
Hey, I got a question for you though, Fernand, about law.
5 minutes.
this case for Bud trying to bring up this lawsuit, what's the chances that he can actually win if he's suing saying Bob Arum didn't make the Spence fight when he's on record at least 5 times from my recollection saying publicly that he doesn't want the Spence fight? What's his chances?
Well, it's not that. What he's claiming is this is what he, because there's a, let me be real clear on what he's suing for. He's suing for breach of contract, and he's saying that he was owed 2 fights a year. So in 2000, and I believe the years are 2019 or 2020 and 21, he only got 1 fight. So he was contractually obligated to 2 fights. So they're suing for money for those 2 fights. And then there was Bob Arum had agreed to pay him a fee if he was unable to get the Errol Spence Jr. fight. I do believe Bob Arum paid him the fee once, but I think he may have interpreted it as having been where he would owe it for him every year. So what he's suing him for is payment for 2 fights. And then the other one is for 1 payment for not making the Errol Spence Jr. fight. All of the conversation about the racial bias and not being able to promote and all that stuff is just, I mean, it's just stuff that's in there, you know, for whether they put it in there because, you know, they wanted something salacious for the, you know, for the press, or whether it was, you know, the argument in support of him not actively going out and getting these fights for him. But as far as his ability to, how likely he is to win the lawsuit, I can't speak on it because I haven't read the contract. And also, I don't really know. I'm not familiar with Nevada, the contract law for the state of Nevada, and how they would, you know, how those courts would enforce it. But to me, it sounds like he has at least, you know, on his face, he has a case because I know that he only got 1 fight that's on BoxRec for those 2 years. But they may argue that either he turned it down, or, you know, because of COVID, they weren't able to do it. So those are mitigating circumstances. But that's what that stuff is about. It's about Melvin Jones. Let me go run to Beverly is on that reel. You say real dog. Nope, I don't want to miss.
Whose phone is that?
Somebody got their phone ringing.
Get to work.
Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I don't miss, because I know there was at least 2. Pretense Jones in the building said, I really don't think Bud wants to tarnish his perfect record against Errol Spence Jr., especially after seeing how Errol dismantled Ugas. Errol Spence Jr. said a while ago, if this fight doesn't happen, it's not me. I think you're 100% right about that. I think that there's something real on that. But we can go, just because people wanted to talk about the Anthony Joshua fight. I don't mind talking about the Anthony Joshua fight again, because we've been on here for 3.5 hours, man. I'm not talking about Anthony Joshua no damn 3 hours.
That's hilarious.
Kentrell Elder said, I think it's vice versa. Errol won't fight 1 time because of a grudge. Bud is the only one left that means something. Much love in that super chat. Ennis, I think that Jerron Ennis means a lot, man. I'm gonna tell you, that shit means a lot to me. Motor Sports said, we say Errol told the truth from the beginning that he was going to fight his A side, then take Crawford's belt. Well, Crawford's Ben said 50-50 or no fight. Yeah, he did. He also said the fight wasn't that important to him. Much love in that super chat, bro. Lone Star started 4 hours ago. Oh, say Lone Star work started 4 hours ago. You late. Yeah, dog. And my man Charles said, most greats look to take pay cuts to build their legacy with confidence that they will succeed. Crawford has shown his true self since he became a welterweight. Been watching your show for the past year or so. Keep doing a great job. Amen. Thank you, Charles. That means a lot, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. And thank you for the kind words. I need the kind words, man. Thank you. Because I'm going to tell you, man, God, dog, there's a lot of trolls in the world, bro. Let me slide down. I know that somebody got rid of that dating channel. All right, so where were we before?
I believe if AJ goes and beats Usyk and Wilder beats Hellenius like we all expecting him to, I feel like that fight can be bigger than this Terence and Bud thing. I mean, Terence and Errol thing. Like,
I'm sorry.
AJ versus Wilder. If they both win their upcoming fights, I feel like this fight that we were just talking about with EJ and Bud is dying down, and I feel like that fight will become the biggest fight in boxing again if both of these guys win their fight.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna tell you another one is big. I'm gonna tell you another fight that's bigger. I'll tell you another fight that's bigger. Canelo Alvarez and Jermall Charlo. That shit's probably bigger. Because you got the two. You got two graphics. Yeah.
The way this shit looks right now, how it looks, Canelo gonna starch Jermall ass, and that's one of my favorite fighters, man. He doing too damn much. He's not training. He tripping, man.
I don't know. I don't know. After what I seen from Canelo on that last fight, man, Canelo looking vulnerable. And I've been saying this. I said this on another platform like maybe a year ago. I said Canelo only has.
Canelo looking vulnerable from a dude who walk around on there 190 pounds.
Canelo only has like a good 2 years left, man. Are you really gonna see the slowdown? He's gonna look like Triple G in another year and a half. He's gonna look like Triple G.
Especially if he fights Smoke.
I don't know. You realize like.
But he's no punk though. He can fight. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, Canelo's good. I'm talking about facts. I'm not talking about feelings whether I like or dislike him. I'm telling you what I see. In a year and a half, Canelo is going to look like Triple G in the ring. He's going to look like somebody who had it and lost it.
I doubt it. I don't know. Canelo's still young, man. He real young.
Like he is, but that
body is. He looks slow. He was terrible in that last fight, man.
He was never that fast to begin with, and then with a little age coming on him. And like I said, yeah, Beaver was bigger than him, but at the same time, but Canelo looked dumbfounded at times against Beaver. He was dumbfounded.
Like I thought he looked dumbfounded against Chavez. To be frank with you, that's kind of when it started for him.
Everybody who fights back.
There you
that's
go.
not a good sign.
That's not good. That's not good.
Usually the best fighters, man, they have some type of answer to being hit repeatedly in the face, not just sitting there eating them.
That's funny. Hey, y'all, man, but look, we've been on for a good amount of time, man. I hope I enjoyed the panel, man. But we've been here about 3.5 hours, man. I'm about to call it a day. Man, thank y'all, man, for coming by. King Judah, man, put that link in. Make sure y'all also go subscribe to my man, King Judah.
All right, man, I appreciate it, brother.
Oh, yeah, man, anytime, man. I know you're growing your channel. We'll get you those 2,000 subscribers. But look, we about to box, man. We about to bounce up out of here, man. To my man, Lone Star in the building, man, thank you for coming by. Stay dangerous. You know you're my guy. King Judah, y'all have a good day, man. I might get on later today watching this. I probably will get on later watch this what's that dude's name? I keep forgetting.
Fight, man. Joshua.
Yo, that card sucks, by the way. Like the card.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is there anything on that card?
Nothing. That's Matchroom for you though. That's Matchroom for you though.
Yeah.
That's Matchroom. That's Matchroom.
I pray Usyk don't knock Joshua ass out.
Hey man, I'll be seriously.
Actually, real quick, finale. Since we missed that 5-minute mark, I was late. Yeah, well, do you have any early synopsis? Like, what do you think?
Honestly,
man, I know you got Usyk.
Man, I think Usyk may stop him, man. I think Usyk may stop him or a robbery, one or the other. Usyk stops
a robbery.
Or there's a blatant fucking robbery. Yeah,
I'm gonna be real.
That's close. That's a close fight then. Because if you go back and look at Usyk's face and body, he looked beat up.
I said stone cold blatant robbery.
Oh, damn. That's not good for boxing.
Robbery. What were you saying? Stay dangerous.
Usyk has a lot of lateral movement, right? But Joshua has a really, really, really good jab. If Joshua can fucking control his emotions and stop trying to be fucking Muhammad Ali and fight this motherfucker, man, instead of trying to box this motherfucker, he can beat him. Honest to God truth, if he fights Usyk how Tyson Fury just fought Wilder, he stops Usyk in 7 rounds, man. Usyk not gonna be able to carry that weight, man. But see, it don't hit Joshua. It's already.
Nah, that's what I deal with all the time.
Bad. It looks like he's off bad to a bad start. Because he came in weighing 244, man. You had to be at least 260 with good conditioning. If with his style of fighting, trying to beat this man, you're gonna have to make Usyk carry your weight too. But at the same time, you got to move your damn head from them straight. So I'm trying to do it.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. Hey, man. But hey, John Boy said Usyk by KO for me. But with that, man, I'm gonna roll up out of here, man. Come here. I may watch that fight. I may watch that fight with y'all. I don't know, man. But I'm gonna check you out. All right, let's do it next week, man. Thanks, Stay Dangerous. Thanks, Lone Star.
Yes, sir.
No
you have a good one.
problem.
And we out. Deuces.